Blunt sydd yn o'r Bala. Hunt nawr i'r Bala. Hunt o'r bediad. Irving! John Irving! Yn danfon y Bala i Ewrop am y tro cynta yn ei hanes. Mae ar ben paratowch y cwch banana. Mae'r Bala ar y ffordd i Ewrop.
Venables cael ei groes mewn Smith! Smith di sgorio'r Bala a wyddwch chi be, mae'n bosib bod Kieran Smith di sicrhau bod hanes yn cael ei greu. Mae pentre'r Bala, mae'r Hyffran Smith. Gadwch i'r champagne libo. Venables. Dyna sut da chi'n cymryd cic o'r smotyn. Mae di methu, mae tîm y Bala wedi ennill y gwpan am y tro cynta yn ei hanes.
Daw dydd y bydd mawr y rhai bychan. Yn anffodus i'r Bala, daw dydd y bydd bach y rhai mawr hefyd. Maen nhw wedi codi cwpanau 9 ymgyrch Ewropeaidd, yr hanner uchan 12 mlynedd. Ond heddi, falle, byddan nhw'n disgyn o uwch gyngrau'r Cymru. Owain Tudur-Jones sy'n cadw'r cwmni fi yn Llanelli, Tres Osborn, tref sy'n gyfarwydd iawn i Owain wrth gwrs am braf Coboma, ti byth yn gadael i fod yn hollol dig. Yw'r Bala ar fi'n gadael y gyngrair yma felly, achos mae'n dal rhyw fath o obaith mathemategol.
Mae yna jans, does, o mae'n edrych yn debygol bod ni'n mynd i ffarwelio efo Bala o'r uwch gyngrair. A mi fydd hynna'n foment drist os mae yn digwydd, ond wrth gwrs, nhw'n ni siarad am hynna, bosib wedyn, oherwydd ar hyn o bryd, fydden nhw jyst yn teimlo, mae yna dal jans, maen nhw'n ddibynnol ar ganlyniadau eraill yndi, ond dod yma i Llanelli, tîm sydd wedi syrthio'n barod, felly fydden nhw'n teimlo, mae yna jans go lew i gael 3 phwynt heddiw. A
dyma'r tabl, jyst i dan enelli y cyfan, Bala angen ennill. Felly maen nhw'n cwrdd o Llanelli, mae'r Flint wedyn ni gartre yn erbyn Holffordd Owain. Gallech chi weld Bala'n ennill, gallech chi weld Flint yn colli'n hawdd, mae eitha tebygol os rhywbeth.
Ie, dyna di'r gobaith i bawb sy'n gysylltiedig efo'r clwb wrth gwrs. A mi fysa yna dristwch oherwydd yn amlwg, da ni wedi dod i nabod bron y bobl sydd o gwmpas y clwb ac ati ac yn bobl iawn, go iawn yn dedol. Felly, mae wedi bod yn dymor anodd, lle mae'r tîm wedi stryglo, Colin Caton wedi gadael, spel yn ôl wrth gwrs, ac fydden nhw jyst yn gobeithio bod nhw'n gallu parhau am wythnos fach arall.
O werth ategu hefyd o ran y gemau yna, lawr yn y glodion, mae pob gêm yn bwysig o ran disgyn a cyrraedd y gemau ail gyfle, felly bydd digon yn digwydd pnawn. Mae pawb yn chwarae ar un pryd hefyd, sy'n beth prin ac yn beth braf iawn. Pawb yn dechrau am hanner awr 2. Reit, ni'n sôn am y Bala, a ni'n teimlo bod ni'n bod yn gysgod yn dilyn nhw dros yr wythnosau diwethaf, reolwr Steve Fisher. Dal yn barod i siarad â ni. Diolch byth am hynny, mae wedi bod yn siarad gyda Mike Davies.
Well, Steve, it's all come down to this. It's a must-win game this afternoon, and you need a favour from Haverfordwest as well.
Yeah, unfortunately we are in that predicament where we're relying on other teams to do us favours, but, you know, first and foremost, got to concentrate on our own job here.
And in terms of games against Llanelli, you're still unbeaten, and you've beaten them twice as well this season in close-fought games.
Yeah, listen, I think Llanelli are a decent side. You know, the league's really strong this year. Unfortunately, they're down the bottom, but they proved last week against Flint that they're capable of beating teams in and around them. So, you know, we've got to be at our best today to get anything out the game.
Yeah, and taking chances will be key. Last week you failed to kill off Cardiff Met, and I can see you're still reflecting on that game.
Yeah, to be honest, that's probably been the story of the last 4 or 5 games. You know, we've had plenty of chances, not put them away, and then been punished and either drew the game or got beat. So, you know, today we've just got to try and take our chances and be as productive as we can in front of goal.
One man that has been a revelation for you since joining in January is Cam Ferguson. 6 goals in 8 games. You must be so pleased with the way he's performed.
Do you know what? I don't think anyone's really given him a chance before. And, you know, we've shown a bit of faith in him, a bit of belief, because, you know, we know what he can do. And he's come in, he's been a revelation. You know, his attitude, his hunger to do well has been superb. And, you know, it reflects in his game.
Well, Steve Fisher, all the best today. Pob lwc, diolch.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Steve Fisher gyda Mike Davies. Oedd wythnos diwethaf yn teimlo'n arwyddocaol. Bala yn colli y Met Gaerdydd. Flint yn colli y Llanelli hefyd. Ond oedd y Bala wedi bod ar rediad bach da di ennill yn erbyn Holffordd, rhoi gobeith i wneud, a mynd ar y blaen yn Met. Faint o ergyd oedd honna?
Ergyd fawr. Gobaith, fel ti'n deud y fanna, ydy'r gair ynddo. Ti'n mynd ar y blaen a ti'n teimlo, come on, mae gen ni jans, mae'r comeback ymlaen y fama. A symudiad y fama yn cael ei ddechrau gan Cameron Ferguson a fathau dad, y tebygrwydd yna, jyst yn cyrraedd ar yr amser cywir, peniad reit i gornel iser rhwyd. Mae hwn yn dipyn o gol a dwi'n siŵr ar yr amser yna fysa nhw fel tîm yn fel, da ni'n mynd o nerth i nerth. A wedyn...
Clybiau'n gwylio fe gyda llaw tair mewn tair chwech ers cyrraedd?
Sgob, anna mae'n record dad ydi. Ond just ddim cweit yn ddigon i Bala, ond fel streikers, a di yn iawn dyl, fel cyn chwaraewr canol cae. Diolch yn iawn bod ymysodwyr, och maen nhw'n gorau gwneud, ydi cael rhyw fus bach da. Wedyn, maen nhw'n cael ei rwyddo am dymhorau i ddod wedyn, ond mae di gadael i farc, mae mor syml â hynna. Ond, yn rhy aml tymor yma, mae Bala, maen nhw wedi stryglo'n amddiffynol. Cyfnodau da yn ymysodol, ond wedyn yn amddiffynol. Maen nhw wedi bod fatha Glyn Wise yn trio cwcio wy yn rhy Big Brother, maen nhw wedi stryglo.
Mae hwnna mynd â ni nôl sawl blwyddyn. Chwarae teg i Owain Teddy Jones. Maen nhw wedi, a beth, yr unig galondyd am hwnni wedyn ni, Flint yn colli yn erbyn Llanelli ar yr un penwythnos. A Llanelli, wel, am amser i benderfynu ennill i gêm gyntaf mewn 6 mis. Mae'n dipyn o red trydydd buddigoliaeth yn unig. Mae hwnna wedi rhoi rhyw fath o obaith. Ond yw hwnna'n golygu bod Llanelli beryglus heddi?
Bosib, ond ti'n sbio'r dîm sy'n mynd i ennill un mewn 6 mis, fel ti'n sôn, dyn nhw'n gallu ennill 2 gêm yn olynol, anhebygol. Ond o dan Terry Boyle, ti jyst ddim yn gwybod, a mae'r pwysau oddi ar eu sgwydda nhw, yn dod i fewn wrthnosau ola, mae wedi bod yn dymor anobeithiol iddyn nhw. Ti'n gwybod, sa nhw wedi disgwyl mwy, ond mae wedi bod yn strygl go iawn drwy gydol y tymor.
Dwi'n sôn llawer am Llanelli yn esgyn tymor diwethaf. Mae gymaint o ddisgwyliad bod nhw'n dod nôl i'r uwch gyngrair. Ni'n wedi sôn llawer am pa mor siomedig maen nhw wedi bod.
Ie, bobl fatha chdi sy'n exeitio, ddim yn gorau teithio mor bell, clwb yn Ne Cymru. Ond ti just dos am dal nag oes. Weithiau mae yna glwb yn dod i fewn i'r uwch gyngrair, a maen nhw'n tanio, maen nhw'n mynd ymlaen yn syth. A weithiau, bosib mae yna chwaraewyr sy'n gadael, sydd ddim eisiau teithio. Mae hynna'n cael effaith fawr os ti'n colli dy chwaraewyr gorau drwy fynd i fyny i gyngrair uwch, felly mae wedi bod yn anodd iddyn nhw.
A fi'n gofyn taflu pynciau gwahanol, ar yr ochr arall, mae'n bai Colwyn yn gallu sicrhau trydydd safle heddi. Clwb o'n nhw'n yr un sefyllfa Llanelli? Sydd
yn anhygol. Dwi'n meddwl bod nhw wedi dysgu gwers o'r tro dwytha nhw yn y gyngrair, a ddim cweit mynd i ffordd nhw, felly weithiau ti'n gorfod cymryd cam yn ôl i gael 2 gam ymlaen fel maen nhw'n ddeud, felly mae stori nhw wedi bod yn un rhyfeddol, ac wrth gwrs fel clwb, lot o gefnogaeth, bydden nhw'n gobeithio fydd y stori yna'n parhau.
Digon i'w drafod, o'n i ddim yn disgwyl trafod Glyn Wise ar y rhaglen heddi. Dyna ni, falle bod e'n gwylio ni, gobeithio ni. A ni wedi sôn am Terry Boyle, rheolwr Llanelli, ddath mewn ar ôl y dechrau siomedig na yn y tymor. Mae fe wedi bod yn siarad y maic hefyd.
Terry, a morale-boosting win against Flint last week and an opportunity to secure a first victory over Bala, relegating them in the process today.
Yeah, going back to last weekend, yeah, it was a welcome return to winning ways. The boys have waited a long time for it. It wasn't nice at times, but the ugly work, it paid off at the end. And hopefully now, last game at home, it's football, we know about Bala. They need something, so obviously it's going to be a fight on our hands, and I'd like to think that we'll come out on top. No disrespect to Bala.
There's been very little to choose between the teams in the 3 games that are played, so creating and taking chances will be key today.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, same old cliche, the league never lies. You know, I think our position speaks for itself. Since I've gone in with the boys, they bought into what we're trying to do. The effort has increased. And the just rewards was last week. Let's hope we can carry it on. But you know, we knew that obviously the season is going to be tough. And I think, you know, the more wins we get, they put somebody in good stead for next year.
Now, it seems to me that 40 is the new 30, because Sean Cronin scored the winner last week, and he's been an outstanding servant for the club.
Oh, yes. Sean's been around for a long time. A little bit, not as long as me, but... and one of the other reporters you've got with you today, Malcolm. But yeah, there's no substitute for experience. And he has helped the young kids, you know, we've had to use a lot of like players from the academy down to circumstances, and Sean's been helping them with no end, you know.
And a word about James Lester, called up to the Trinidad and Tobago international setup. Wonderful news for Llanelli.
Oh, excellent, excellent. He got game time. a great experience for him, and hey, every game he's learning. And to be fair to the boy, he's a great character and he wants to learn. And hopefully he can move on to bigger and better things, you never know.
Terry Boyle, diolch yn fawr iawn, pob lwc heddi. Thank you very much.
Cheers, boys.
Terry Boyle yn sôn am Mr Malcolm Allen yn fyna hefyd. Just i atgoffa chi, pawb yn dechrau yr un pryd braf cael ei. Yn y chwe isa, mae rhywbeth ar pob gêm. Llanelli Bala er enghraifft, a fydd y Bala yn disgyn. Flint Hwlffordd, a fydd Flint yn ddiogel. Hwlffordd yn mynd am y gemau ail gyfle. Llansawel met y ddau yn mynd am y gemau ail gyfle. Bai Colwyn yn ceisio sicrhau'r trydydd safle, digon i ddal ein sylw trwy gydol y pnawn fan hyn ar Sgorio. 6 gêm, braf iawn cael hynny. Reit, yn ni draw at ein tîmau sylwebu. Fel o'n i'n gweud, Terry Boyle yn sôn am Malcolm Allen. Mae fe'n rhan o'n tîm sylwebu ni gyda Mike Davies yn Saesneg, English language, commentary available as always on Sgorio. A very cold and quiet Stebonheath so far. Dewch i weld os yw pethau'n gallu poethi ar y cae. Wrth i ni fynd draw at ein tîmau sylwebu. Yn ni sôn am y tîmau yn Saesneg ac yn Gymraeg. Mae Owen Tudur-Jones dim yn draw i ymuno gyda Iolo Chung.
Well, diolch Dylan, good afternoon everyone and welcome to a damp and drizzly Stebonheath Park where relegated Llanelli entertain Bala Town, members of the Welsh Premier League for the last 16 seasons, but today face the stark reality of relegation themselves. The Lakesiders simply have to win and hope the Haverfordwest Bluebirds do them a favour at Flint. Keeping me company on Red Button commentary today, former Welsh international Malcolm Allen. Malcolm, Bala are simply in the last chance saloon.
Absolutely, and Steve Fisher's talking before the game there about, you know, the awareness the players have of this, and it's going to be so important they get off to a good start here, because after last week's win for Llanelli, they've got some momentum, they've got some confidence inside that dressing room to carry on and get another result for their last home game of the season.
Yeah, it would be great to see it go to the last game, but in terms of this afternoon's game, do you see Bala doing it?
I do. Winning this one.
Yeah.
I do see Haverfordwest winning at Flint as well, so it will go down to the last one, which is so exciting and leaves us on the edge of our seats. But you know, where do you want to be? Do you want to be on the beach now that you're halfway up the league or something, or do you want to be in crunch games like this one? And we're really pleased to be here today.
Well, prior to kick-off, there will be a minute silence following the passing of Ken Rees, a former Llanelli stalwart, and all at Sgorio extend our condolences to the family and everyone connected with Llanelli AFC. And in terms of today's team news, well, Terry Boyle makes one change from the 11 which secured only the first win in 6 months last week at Flint. Sean Cronin, the hero, scoring a late winner. He's out. Jamie Barker comes in. And in terms of Bala, 2 changes from the narrow defeat against Cardiff. Harry Deans and Tanner Dogan replaced by John Owen and Tom Kelly, who starts for the first time in a Bala shirt.
Yeah, as we can see, 4 at the back 4. Llanelli gives them that extra man in midfield today against the Bala. So Williams and Lloyd, they will be looking to just give supports to Farrell, Ali and Jenkins and Gibbings. They will just hold the width and try and get past the men. Now the Bala, they will start with the 4 at the back. Don't know if Billington, he can play at the back, but you know, he's got so much energy. He's the main man today. If he wins them midfield battles, then they will win the game. What a man, 6 goals since he's arrived. And great goals, all types of goals. Little nicks with his head, with his left foot, with his right foot. Do you know what? Steve Fisher was totally right. He hasn't had much chance by anybody else. And now this is the lad. Lester, James Lester, his name is. He's just been chosen for Trinidad and Tobago. And I think he got some minutes in the game as well. So he's only a 19-year-old boy. It's ex-Cardiff Academy.
Yeah, only 19 years of age. What an experience he's had this week. Joining up with the Trinidad and Tobago squad. and playing against, I think it was Venezuela and Gabon. Well, it's back to reality for Leicester today. He'll be picking up Ferguson in this do-or-die game for Bala Town. Llanelli already relegated. Our referee this afternoon is Dr. Alex McInch, been refereeing in the league since 2019-20, now one of the Cymru Prem's most experienced officials.
Yeah, let's hope that he doesn't have to go into his pocket too much today, because he's used that yellow card a few times this season. But hey, what a game we've got here. For the, you know, we know about Llanelli. They want to finish strong, of course, their last home game. But Bala, it's going to be a long road back if they go down, and there's still a little hope. Well, there's a hope. Then they've got to go for it. They've got to win. They know that. So we expect, you know, a high-tempo game from Bala this afternoon.
And that's Tom Kelly making his first run, making his first start, and a lot will depend on this man, Lasana Mendes, the most experienced midfield player for the visitors today. It's not going to be easy. There's a wind swirling around Stebonheath as well.
You know, Johnny Owen's actually playing, you know, in the midfield area today. He's played every position and for every club, I think, but apart from being a goalkeeper. But it looks like he's just dropping in himself inside there, because obviously they've got Cameron Ferguson leading the front, leading the line. There he is.
This is Billington. Billington back to Ross White, but he gives possession away. And it's John Owen. And as you say, I think I've seen him play centre forward, centre back, and today he's just tucking in front of the back four there. And here he is on the ball. Long ball, searching ball, looking for Higgins, but too much on that one and out for a throw.
Yeah, I know he knows the feeling of getting demoted, John Owen, with all the clubs that he's been at, quite a few of them. I think it's 3 that he's gone down with. He doesn't want to, you know, go down with Bala again today.
No, it's not something you want on your CV. And here is John Owen, who was relegated last season with Haverfordwest Town. And he's a little bit of an enigma, is John Owen, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know what, right? When he was young, and even now, he hasn't developed a lot. He's experienced, a lot more experience, but he threatens to achieve. When he was a youngster, I thought he was a world beater. He was quicker than everyone, he was stronger than everyone. He scored a couple of goals, but not enough. It was just that, how can I say, that edge, that attitude to be desperate to be a footballer that was missing. But he's made a good living. You know, here he is again.
Oh, and some 3 touches there to help the ball on, and Ferguson as well. Opportunity here. Ferguson on the run on his right foot. And it's just over from the big man. Well, he started the move with John Owen, continued his run on the right foot. It was an excellent opportunity, but fails to hit the target.
Yeah, it's one of them. You know, he's on his left-hand side. He's much more comfortable. He's got to concentrate a little bit, but he's gone and stretched for it when he's hitting it. Have a look at it. He's just stretching on it. If he takes one more stride to his right, he's got more control of that to get his head over it, to keep it down and into the corner.
Well, here he is again. Opportunity, edge of the box. This is Kelly. Kelly looking to create space for himself. Ferguson keeps the move going. Excellent start here by the visitors at Stebonheath Park. Mendes in to the feet of Tarashevsky.
Yeah, Tarasenko. Bad touch from Tarasenko.
Well, Terry Boyle taking over from Lee John in January. Holding everything together. You know him well, Malcolm.
Yeah, very well. He's one of the managers that you love to play for. You know, he'll want to get the best from his youngsters. He's given them a system to play, but he wants them to be relaxed and play. He wants to get them prepared now for next year, he says.
Ross White sweeps it across the field. Picked up by John Owen. Owen having an excellent start to today's game. Llanelli playing into the wind. Ali. Hall for Bala. You only need to clip the ball in this first half with the wind from left to right, Malcolm, and it just carries away, doesn't it?
It does indeed, but that's down to your own technical ability. You know, you've got to know the wind's behind me. I've just got to not put so much strength or power into this one and just let it just go in there. So one of the boys, the forward lads, can make their runs, especially Cameron Ferguson. You get his long legs open, they won't catch him. It's been I know Llanelli have gone down since February now, but it's been an indifferent season, didn't they? You know, they didn't get points after 7 games.
No.
And that's playing catch-up all of a sudden straight away. And then you're thinking, they had a little spell where I think they beat Llansawel and Haverfordwest in 1 week.
That's right.
You know, so, and all of a sudden they had another 6 games without winning. And losing all of them. So, it's been one of them up and down season for them, but it's been great experience. And this team, with 1 or 2 experienced ones coming in, maybe looking to get promotion straight back up next season.
Lovely touch by Ali. Ali knocks it wide. He's continued his run, Feral Ali. This is a real good burst, and he's won a corner for Llanelli. As you just said, only 17 years of age, J. Feral Ali.
I think it was Kelly, wasn't it, who got across there to get a tackle in? He said it's one of them, he has to time it properly because that's a penalty. Ali's done ever so well. Positive running, playing a 1-2, keep on. Great start from a centre forward. You know, you feel confident in yourself when you go on a run like that.
And it's Sam Parsons to swing this one in. 6 minutes played here at Stebonheath Park, in towards the near post. Ball headed clear, and there is an offside. Referee's assistant Kerry Williams on the far side denoting a Llanelli player offside.
Yeah, that can't happen, can it? You know what, I think it was the winger. Yes, it was. You know, he's the one who was taking the corner. He's got caught offside. Now, you telling me, is that anything but other than lazy? You know, it's not like a concentration. You've got to know there. You're in the mindset of the game, so you just get yourself back on side.
But Joel Torrance between the sticks for Bala. Ever present this season, one of only 3 players who's played every single second of the Welsh Premier League season. He's got 9 clean sheets as well. Doesn't deserve to be relegated, but that's the position Bala are in. Tarasenko inside. It was a nice little run again by Kelly, but overruns it.
Again, good movement. Starts it off again from Cameron Ferguson, just holding that ball up for him. People underestimate his first touch, by the way. You know, this is Steve Fisher. He'll be encouraged by the start this team's made here. That role of John Owen by not giving the ball away.
Another familiar face in the Llanelli technical area, Wayne Jones, former Haverfordwest.
Yeah, a great character inside that dressing room as well, with them youngsters. And a good ploy for Terry Boyle. You know, complement each other in the dressing room is so important for players to see that.
Not at the best of seasons as Wolvesy. He's a big supporter of Wolves. Looks as if they're...
Well, they are
going down, or have gone. Cross field pass looking for Higgins, but it was almost impossible for him to control that one.
You do think that with this little bit of wind that there is behind Bala's back, they've got to try and get a goal or two.
Well, they had such a good start to last week's match at Cardiff Met. They created chance after chance. Obviously Ferguson putting them ahead, but they just couldn't add to it and paid the penalty in the second half for not taking their chances. Lloyd back to Jenkins. Jenkins forward for the run of Lloyd. This is Parsons again in the move. He'll look for the run of Ali. 17-year-old Ali up against experienced Bell, and that wasn't the best pass back to Torrance, and in the end Torrance did well to clear.
I'm not a big fan of Will Bell's because he does make mistakes, and me as a centre forward, I'll be waiting for it. So Ali this afternoon has got to make sure, like there, just a little bit of pressure in. Will Bell panicked a little bit too much weight on that pass back to the goalie to clear.
Hall on the overlap. This is Tarasenko. Tarasenko finds Hall. Move started by Ferguson. This is Kelly. First touch on his left foot, but runs into opposition. And Llanelli clear
He's looked quite bright, hasn't he, Kelly?
Yeah.
At the beginning of this game. You know, tackling in his own box 1 minute and then supporting and being the nearest man up to Cameron Ferguson so he can play that role in midfield there. He's got plenty of energy. That Kieran Smith role, I would call it.
Yes, you're right there. A hero from the Cup final in 2017.
Well, we don't want to talk about memories just yet because it's not over till it's over.
No.
Bala.
Just to remind you, oh, it's a poor pass back, and he's done it again. It's Cameron Ferguson who's put Bala ahead. Oh, an awful defensive error by Llanelli, leaving Pennock in no man's land, and Cam Ferguson scores his 7th goal of the season since joining from Flint in January. This man is on fire, and just like they did last week against Cardiff Met, it's Bala who take the lead. It's Llanelli 0, Bala 1.
Well, can you believe it? What a mistake in the back. Have a look at this. What is he thinking of there? And it's a great finish still. You know, he's on his left foot, but he's pulling his shirt here. He's putting some pressure on him. It's actually Baker who makes the mistake, but then I've said to you before, Mike, and you as a centre forward, if you score one, them goals look bigger, don't they? Yeah. You know, you get on a run, you get the confidence, and he's gone, and he hasn't had to smash that one in. He's just made sure he's hit the target. He's hit it into the turf, so he takes a little bit of power off it, but he's certainly going goalwards, and he's gone in the near post. Goalkeeper can't do anything about it.
Well, needing a victory, the best possible start for Steve Fisher's side, taking the lead here at Stebonheath, taking advantage of an error by Jamie Baker. He was the only change in the Llanelli lineup. They will miss the presence of Sean Cronin in the back, and that has just been shown to you with Ferguson scoring his 7th goal since joining from Flint. But it's Llanelli's opportunity now down this right-hand side, and there is a foul on Louis Hall. And it's a Sgorio Soccer Saturday for you today, keeping you abreast of all the goals as they go in. And the first one is at Penabont 0, Barry 1, and it's Ieuan Owen who can't stop scoring himself. Then you go from the big number 9 to the small number 9, Malcolm.
Absolutely, he's done brilliant.
But hasn't he done well? What a season Ieuan Owen is having.
They'll do well to keep hold of him because he can mix his game up at this level. So when he goes up a level, that's the most important thing. He's got the technical ability, he's got the pace, he can finish clinically. And here's Steve Fisher. That's how he is at the moment. But how about Steve Jenkins and his team, by the way? They've won the Cup, got in the top 6 for the first time in 5 years.
Yeah, still a 3-point gap between Bala and Flint, and there is a 5-goal difference as well. So Bala realistically need Haverfordwest to win at Flint this afternoon to give them perhaps any chance of avoiding the drop. Bell under pressure does well. So Bala ahead here at Llanelli. Barry ahead at the Dragon Bet Stadium down the road at Penabont, who are having a nightmare second half to the season. They really have. Since losing Crawl and Kirkhoff, Penabont just have come off the rails completely, Malcolm, would you say?
Absolutely. I think they've won. I think they've won about 1 game since.
Well, they had. I think I was at Penabont last week, and I was doing my homework, and I think the last time they won was on New Year's Day against Llanelli.
Yeah. Other than that, I think it was October, November. I think it's Carnarvon. It's November, October. Bridgend.
Hall for Bala swings it in again. Indecision in the Llanelli defence. And it's Higgins who's got quick feet. Opportunity to cross in towards the near post. Ferguson was there again, looking to lay the ball back.
Always on the move. Ferguson, he's anticipating where we always say for centre forwards, always look to be on the move, anticipating what's going to happen next, not reacting. That's the defender's job to do that. Forwards have got to anticipate where the ball's going.
Macaulay Power, that's an excellent pass into Morgan Evans. Evans, he has the pace, crosses really well, and It's headed behind for a second corner of the afternoon for the home team, but promising an excellent pass there from midfield by Macaulay Power, who joined in January from Cinderford.
Yeah, good react. You know, the way you always have a little, how to respond to conceding a goal by a mistake from your own player. You think to yourself, oh, they're going to have their heads down, they're bottom of the league. No, they haven't. They've done it really well. Now can they take advantage?
Parsons in! Oh, and it swept past the post. Well, Danny Williams had the last touch.
Well, he's the top scorer, isn't he? And he thinks he scored because when he gets his head up, he knows he just has to use the power on the cross just to guide it in. Just make sure of the contact he gets. Oh! I will still say that somebody else should be coming in on that far post.
Well, it's a head-in-hands moment. Sam Parsons with excellent service, swinging it in, and the movement from Danny Williams, the top scorer. He's looking for his third goal in 3 games. Ball played forward. Ali putting pressure on Ross White. Bala clear towards Tarasenko.
Bala have got to get the balls out to Tarasenko and Higgins down the flanks. They are the 2 people who can take people on and commit defenders. But there's always the threat when it's 1-0. We know there's a long time to go.
Excellent play by Tristan Jenkins. Jenkins drives forward, plays the ball out to the right-hand side. Oh, and it's a wild swing of the right boot by Danny Williams.
Yeah, should have done better. Should have done better there. No pressure on him.
Excellent driving run, though, by Jenkins.
Hey. You know, and you need midfield players who can do this. You know, just to take the pressure of the back ball for a little while, but also with the weight of the pass there was perfect. So he's had a long time to think about what he's going to do with that. Now he's smashed it over the bar at the near post. You've got to go through in training sessions. Okay, I'm on this angle, where's the goalie? He's come across the near post. Can I hammer it across him on the floor into the far post? Can I chip him onto the far post? Or can I go for power into the near post? He's gone for neither of the 3.
Yeah, and Bradley Gibbings was in the middle with Ali as well. He could have taken a touch, I felt.
He could have done from the angle he was, but no, I wouldn't have done. No, you would have got taken it on. But in training, you put yourself in situations around the 18-yard box where's the goalie? So you don't have to look there when you're in the match. You know where the goalie is. You've got a picture of it in your head. So you go and finish better than that. Practice.
Higgins driving inside. Good tackle by Joe Lloyd. The teams have met 3 times this season. Bala have won 1-0 twice. The other one finished 0-0. Can't see it finishing 1-0 here to Bala, the way things are panning out. Both sides really going for it. Billington up to Ferguson. Ferguson can't hold on to it this time.
And that's the one. He's got to be stronger. He's got to hide that ball. Get your body in there.
Evans crosses. Ball headed clear. Evans again. Gibbings under pressure, loses out, and it's Kelly again. Kelly to Ferguson. Ferguson, simple pass to Billington, keeps the move going. Tarasenko.
Great touch. So they're keeping control of it, keeping the possession, which keeps the tempo.
Kelly to Hall, beautifully weighted pass by Kelly. Hall, really quick feet, good left foot in towards the near post, and it was Baker that was there this time to clear.
Sorry, that's I meant to say was that, you know, if you're in control of the possession, you're in also control of the tempo, and they can slow it down, they can quicken it. What a ball that is, what a touch.
What a touch by Kelly into Tarasenko, trying to drive the ball across the 6-yard box. This is really entertaining, tempo-filled first half here. Almost 20 minutes played. Bala have the lead, 1-0. Another goal by Ferguson, but both sides really going for it and playing some tidy football for two sides at the bottom of the Cymru Premier. Well, great little start by Kelly, and here is the run by Hall. Hall just needs that half a yard to cross. with Ferguson coming across the defender as he did last week, but Baker doing his job this time.
I do like the way, though, he's tried to get across him, and he's tried to that's what I'm saying. The minutes before then, when the ball comes in, just have a little more fight, just to get in front of that defender and keep the ball, then people will get more confidence in making runs off you then.
Lasana Mendes playing as the third central defender. Long ball played forwards, catching on the wind, and there's no chance for Higgins to catch it.
You spoke to me about this, Kelly.
Yeah.
First game back. Because I tell you what, he has started this game.
Penna concedes possession. Tarasenko makes the save and is helped out edge of the box by Joe Lloyd. But the captain, Penna, giving the ball away unnecessarily, trying to play the ball out of defence in difficult conditions. And Bala were all over it.
You said about missing chances last week, the Cardiff Mets. When Bala were 1-0 up with the first half, they lost the game 2-1. They want to be taking advantage of that. It's a 1v1 situation. And I know Tarasenko should have scored. Tried to just pass it past the goalkeeper, that's fine. But make sure you pass it into the corner.
Parsons lets the ball run, it reaches Higgins. Higgins, great touch by Ferguson. And the shot by Kelly is charged down. Llanelli finding it hard to clear. They do in the end, and anywhere will do. And this is great pressure by Bala.
Absolutely, and we'll see the save. Have a look, this is the mistake to start with. Kelly then puts in Tarasenko, he turns, 1v1. Do you know what? I think he hasn't seen where the goalie is, to be fair. He's gone and, to smash across him into the far corner, but he could have took another touch.
Tarasenko pulls the ball back. This is Mendes coming towards it. Well, you can't take your eyes off this game. It's end-to-end stuff. And Bala looking to double their lead. They win the ball back in midfield through John Owen. Owen feeds it through to Tarasenko. Tarasenko into the feet of Ferguson.
John Owen looks like Steven Gerrard out there. I can't believe it.
Well, we're halfway through the first half, which has flown by. Bala have the lead. Ferguson's 7th since joining from Flint.
What about the last attack there? What about his first touch there? On his chest from the cross, and then laying it back for someone to have a shot on goal. Brilliant. Well, this is the pullback. I think Mendes is leaving this one for me, because I'm right behind him in the commentary box.
Well, this man, Steve Fisher, he'll be so pleased with the way his team started, but he will be happier if they were to get a second.
Yeah, they say you have to learn from mistakes you make.
Kelly swings it in, and
done well, Pennock.
Pennock does well. He starts the Llanelli move. Lloyd to Jenkins.
Do you know what? It's a great game, isn't it? Gung-ho. So open as well.
Quick feet from Gibbons. Gibbons cuts inside. But it was Mendes that was there. And look, it's John Owen again.
Just one man too much there. Should have just got his head up when he was making his dribbly run. Just head up quickly, just play 1-2.
Pennock, the captain, Joe Hopkins, club captain, on the bench today. Didn't make the squad last week. This is Morgan Evans, on loan from Newport. Gives the ball away, Billington. Good first touch by him. Plays inside to Tarasenko. They're looking to switch the play at every opportunity. Mendes will do well to keep it in. He has done well. Lasana Mendes. White shirt sweeping into the box. Ferguson! Ferguson, well, he had the freedom of Stebonheath Park there on his left foot. Where on earth were the defenders?
It was great play from Higgins to vacate the space for Mendes to come in. Great cross ball. Mendes keeps it in. Have a look at this. That's a great movement to get to here. Now, Mendes gets his head up, spots Cameron Ferguson just moved off his man, 3 yards spare. Why doesn't he just bluff to go for the goal? Just disguise the shot, come back on your right and then you threw 1v1 with the goalie.
It was James Lester with the block, which has conceded the corner, and in it comes on the run, and it is it's
a goal.
It's a second goal for Bala, and it's Ross White, is it?
Yeah.
Who's got the goal? It's the captain on the day. Ross White doubles Bala's lead.
Yeah, it's Cameron Ferguson causing all sorts. So there's 2 or 3 red shirts in and around him, but who pulls off the back post just nicely? Great ball in. You got to give Billington that. Great service into the far post, off the training field, and what an easy header. How many times do I have to say? I'm just going to be critical of the young lads from Llanelli. How many times the lad like Billington scores a goal? How does the corner man score? He never does unless it's a fluke. So why is every player watching him instead of watching the players they're marking in the box? The ball's travelling 40 yards to come into the box. Why aren't they half turned? Ready, there's my man. I'll get up and make sure I head past him.
Kelly to Higgins. Higgins for the third. Oh, inches past the post. Applause for the pass from Kelly, releasing Higgins. His pace takes him into the box, and a right foot shot scrapes the post.
You know, I've got to say, I know they're 2-0 up, Bala, and I know they're playing really well. Higgins now 1v1. His first touch was not good enough because he took him a wider angle, so it's a harder angle to score from. If his first touch was better towards the goalie, then he opens the goal up for the far post. Little strike into the corner. Before today, Bala have only scored 27 goals in 30 games. That's where they're at. Now, already they should be 5-0 up in this game. Is that the story of their season? That they're missing chances?
Well, if they played like this in a few of their games and got a few more points, they wouldn't be in the predicament that they're in.
I think they got carried away, Mike, after them first 9 games, where they only lost 2.
Yeah. Here comes Evans. Evans looking to pull the ball back, but too much pressure on him from Tarashenko. So Bala lead 2-0. They've got that all-important second goal that gives them a buffer against their opposition, something they didn't get last week against Cardiff Met. Well, in the Adran Premier, the champions Wrexham entertain Swansea City. That's on Sunday at 4:15, and it's all live on S4C. First time in 8 games that Bala have scored more than 1 goal. As you said, Malcolm, it has been the Achilles heel this season, and you just wonder where they would have been had Cam Ferguson been with them from the start of the season.
It makes you think, doesn't it? He's on top of his game at the moment, I must say. And look at the worst scenario. If Bala go down, where does he go? Because for sure, when you're scoring goals at this level, you're going to be... He's only 22. You know, he's 6'5". He's a handful. He just has to be strong enough. He'll be disappointed with, you know, the mistakes that they've done at the back. Terry Boyle.
Well, it's 2 mistakes that have led to the 2 goals, isn't it? And it's been the story of their season. They've scored only 17 goals, and coming into this game, I'm sure they would have thought that they had a half a chance to beat Bala for the first time this season, having played them 3 times previously.
Well, I think that they have took advantage of the wind. I've got to say that, because it is pretty windy.
Well, it's a big goal down the road at the Old Road. It's Briton Ferry 1, Cardiff Met 0, and it's Alex Gammon, the club captain, that have put Briton Ferry ahead. And in the race for 7th place, it's really hotting up. And there's only a point and a goal between Haverfordwest and Briton Ferry. Haverfordwest away at Flint today, with Bala desperate for Haverfordwest to win the match. But to be fair, I think Andy Dyer's done a great job down at Briton Ferry this season.
Unbelievable. And also, he's used 1 or 2 of the youngsters that have been released by Swansea and this kind of thing, so he's well known in that area. But I think it was the next stage for them to get to that 7th place this season.
I think it was 10th place that Briton Ferry were last season, and they blooded so many youngsters.
Ready for this season, and let's hope it works out for them.
Well, they're putting the pressure on Tony Pennock and Haverfordwest.
And he will know about it at half-time, and that's one good thing that's been to everyone's advantage or disadvantage today, is that everyone kicks off 2:30, and it's not the last game of the season. That doesn't happen very often.
Well, again, Pennock trying to play the ball out of defence, but unfortunately for Llanelli, they give the ball away cheaply every time, and it attracts the pressure. And here's the man Kelly, who's been excellent in midfield for Bala throughout this first half an hour. Llanelli 0, Bala 2.
Yeah, I don't think under Dyer has actually lost to Cardiff Met this season either.
Billington into the feet of Ferguson. Again, a good touch, trying the return pass from Kelly. First goal of the season for the captain today. Ross White at the far post, heading in the corner. Oh, and an excellent opportunity there, opening up for Sam Billington.
If you're looking for consistency in the last 6 or 7 games, this man has been unbelievable. Billington. He's not one of them players that maybe you would say he strikes out at you, but he does enough, get through some hard work, and he's a spoiler, but he can do that as well. He can run past people. He's full of energy. He's the fittest one of the club, they tell me.
Well, he did really well there, got past Joe Lloyd, created space for himself on his left foot. He wasn't far off target with his left foot shot.
And that's not his strongest side, you know, so he's had to concentrate a little bit more, but he's only inches wide.
So much more purpose in Bala's play than what I've seen in the past. And here comes Higgins, the former Everton man. Higgins pulls it back again for Ferguson. Ferguson a little bit behind Kelly this time, and the ball runs away for a throw. Another promising move down this right-hand side by Bala.
It just went too slow, didn't it? Once he went into Ferguson, everything just went a little bit slow. That's when it, you know, if you need to quicken football up, it's in and around that box, and he knows it. You know, he's getting the ball. I know what he's trying to do, trying to turn in one movement to then get it on his left foot to curl it in. But he's brought people into play again. Just don't slow things down. Why? Because the defenders get time to get back into their position to get a block on, or to mark you, or to win the ball.
Llanelli 0, Bala 2 here. Penabont 0, Barry 1. A Ieuan Owen goal yet again. And Alex Gammond with a goal for Briton Ferry at home to Cardiff Met.
You've seen Ieuan Owen quite a few times as well again this season. I think they'll do well to keep.
Yeah,
he's only 20.
Yeah, he's a really ambitious young lad as well.
You know him, but that to me,
he wants to play at a higher standard.
Does he really well? If he's got ambitions like that and he's desperate to do it, then he's got half a chance, because he's got some great attributes to go up a level.
I mean, the goal he scored, was it last week? I think it was. Oh, edge of the box, top corner, beautiful goal.
Scored quite a few.
Yeah.
In the final, TNS, remember them?
Yeah. And he's got electric pace to go with it as well.
And pace is, you know, this day and age, everyone looks for pace and somebody who's got that clinical finish in him. And he's definitely got that eye for goal.
Here's Kelly. Kelly inside to Tarashenko. Important tackle there by Baker.
Important he got the ball.
Ali. Haven't seen much of Ali since Bala taken the lead. Llanelli almost encamped in their own half. They will have the wind in their favour in the second half.
I don't know if John Owen has heard me say Stephen Gerrard tried skills like that outside his own box, back healing it.
Owen again, but the free kick goes in favour of John Owen. Slightly fortunate there to win the free kick.
Yeah, but fair play for a manager to ask him, can he play midfield today? And you know that he's going to do the job for you in there. He's got the ability, he's got the experience. Obviously, he's played in many games in the Welsh Premier League by now.
Such a quiet and assuming lad off the field, isn't he?
He is, yeah. He's a good lad. They keep telling me.
Well, just over 10 minutes to go to half-time, and it's a half that has been what Bala had been looking for all season. A dominant midfield presence, creating opportunity after opportunity, and for the first time in 8 games they've scored 2 goals.
Well, you know, they played quite narrow in there as well with Owen, Mendes and Kelly. But what Owen's done is he said, OK, I'll sit in here. You two, you go and join in when you can. So Mendes has come in there as well with Owen. Here's the foul. No, I don't know if it was a yellow card, but he was definitely, he stopped. Could he, if he'd have turned, would he have been through against the goalie or not?
I don't think so. Well, it's a harsh one because, but it's a yellow card for Sam Parsons, bringing down Liam Higgins.
OK.
And there's a Bala committee meeting here as to who's going to take it. We have Billington, Mendes and Kelly. And I think Billington, having got the assist from the corner, fancies his chances. Now Wynn behind Malcolm. He's a good 30-35 yards out.
He's got to look not to give it too much power here. Pass it in.
Billington, well, he got it up and over the wall, but it was always going to be too high.
Yeah. Do you know, I used to do it a lot. I didn't used to take free kicks, to be honest and truthful. But I used to think and look. I used to try him in training and did pretty well out of them, but I had better players around me to take the free kicks, I'm afraid. But you know what? I keep thinking, why do we blast them? Because that's how the lad at Liverpool, what's his name? He makes that ball move from one side to the other. It's not easy, but he side foots it. Yeah, Sobersley. It's like he side foots it.
Well, again, the ball catching on the wind, but it reached Higgins, and Higgins will fancy his chances against Parsons. Parsons on a yellow card, skips past him towards the far post. It's beyond Tarasenko. And Llanelli do clear, but they need to be really careful. Llanelli, they could be out of sight here. Bala by half-time. Really important period of the match now. 8 minutes to half-time. Joe Lloyd twisting and turning and looking for that little bit of space, and you can see the influence of the swirling wind here at Stebonheath Park. Billington short this time, reaches Danny Williams.
Yes, Llanelli will be dying for that dressing room.
And it's almost, Malcolm, as if we haven't actually mentioned Danny Williams and Ali as the centre forward since Bala scored.
No. So I think after the first 10 minutes, really, so 25 minutes, 26 minutes now, and I'm thinking they haven't had the service, okay, because they've been battling. They're worrying too much, but because they've got to, and Bala's on top of their game at the moment. Plus the wind, 2-0. Is that enough? With a little bit of wind behind them in the second half? I just think because their flank players, Bala's flank players, is Tarasenko and Higgins, they've got pace. So against this wind, if they get the ball out wide in the second half, Bala will still hurt them more than Llanelli have done in the first half.
Well, Llanelli have got a corner to defend here. They conceded from the last one, and it'll be Tom Kelly on that trusty left foot of his to curl this one in, and he'll be putting pressure. He'll be aware of what happened to Alex Pennock at the last corner. Real pressure here from Bala, looking for the third goal. And it comes towards the far post, and there was a dip in terms of the head, but the foul goes against the scorer of the second goal, Ross White. A high foot from him.
Yeah, I think Will Bell said that he heard the referee's whistle here, because look, he misses the second chance anyway. Yeah. Well, his head's down. I'm not saying
one of those 50-50
yeah.
Tends to go in favour of the defender.
Always.
Again, Llanelli guilty of conceding possession, and I'm sure that will be something that Terry Boyle will really need to clamp down on half-time with the Llanelli Reds. Here's Tarasenko. Feeds the ball through, but again it skips away.
Yeah, not on the same wavelength, I'm afraid there. But you've got to be thinking, the players themselves have got to be thinking.
European rugby, Benetton hosting Cardiff tomorrow at 5:15 live on S4C. It's a big weekend of rugby union if you follow the Oval game. On again, Tarasenko collects the mistake by Pennock. Oh, important tackle. Really, really important tackle by James Lester there. Did really well.
Didn't have any room for mistakes here, did he? He had to time this one on Kelly. Great little move. Again, if you go centre forward who's willing to accept that ball in, keep it up, let the players...
Crossed in, and Baker does enough against Ferguson again.
But he's again there, he's committing,
wire, isn't he?
He's committing himself to the runs, to the near post. He's one of the players that I thought 5 games ago when I watched Bala that he could move to another Welsh Premier League side. But now I've seen him in the last few weeks, how they have rolled their sleeves up at last, knowing that they're in a dogfight to stay up. And even worse than that now, they're depending on other teams to actually get the results for them. So I'm just looking at now, you're looking at 1 or 2 of them. I like Kelly. I've only seen him for first half in this game. And I'm sure that there won't be, there'll be offers for Cameron Ferguson because he can score goals and he can put himself about. And he's only 22 and you know he's going to develop and get better and stronger.
Tell you something else that's worked well for Steve Fisher in this first half. The wing backs, Louis Hall on one side and Higgins on the other side. I wonder if he's going to change it because of the conditions in the second half. This is Jenkins for Llanelli. Ball played wide, looking for Danny Williams. And the ball dribbles out for a goal kick. Frustration for Llanelli Reds. What do you think?
While they're 2-0, I don't think so. If it goes 2-1, he might do. Why I'm saying is because you take a midfield player back into the back 3. So then all of a sudden you've only got 2 in there. I think at this moment in time, they're very narrow, they're very disciplined, they're organised, and they're hard to break down. And Llanelli at the moment are not good enough.
Briton Ferry double their lead at the Old Road, and it's Tom Walters again who's having a fantastic season in the centre forward position. And here come Bala again, and it's Tarasenko, but he's not going to reach that one. So it's Briton Ferry 2, Cardiff Met 0. More pressure heaped on Haverfordwest. They have 1 point of an advantage. Equal now on goal difference, if I'm correct, in the race for the 7th position. It's so exciting.
Have you thought about, Mike, right? That Haverfordwest win today. Flint. Then I'll talk to you after this.
Because Billington in towards the near post. So important as we enter the last couple of minutes of this first half that Llanelli do not concede another.
Flint win the Welsh Cup. Go to Europe and they go down.
Well, there's so many conundrums, aren't there? There's so
much. Surely. Can win? I don't know. It's great.
Billington again towards the far post, and it's Ross White that was there. He's asking for a corner.
Another one with the wind. Billington's using the wind, isn't he? You know, he's putting that ball in the air just with a little bit of swerve on it, a little bit of direction, if you like.
He's asking for a handball, or was he asking for a corner? Or both, probably.
I think it was a corner, but I thought he'd give a foul.
White. And again, pressure on Llanelli in the dying seconds of this first half, where goals from Ferguson and Ross White have given Bala a buffer. A game in which they have to win.
Yeah, and it's one of them for Llanelli. You know, they're playing their last home game of the season here, you know, at Stebonheath this afternoon. The fans that have turned up, they want to talk about in the summer these young lads we got coming through, you know. So I think that's what his message, Terry Boyle, in the dressing room will be at half-time.
Oh, the cross, I think he got a touch on it, and that's why it went through to Joel Torrance. Here comes Ferguson, and he's the meat and the sandwich there. Play on, says Dr. McKinch. Ferguson is hurt. Only 30 seconds to go in this first half, where Bala lead 2-0, and in the end, our referee, Alex McKinch, stops play with Ferguson down. He was caught there, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was his bad touch, to be truthful, but, you know, He has definitely reached the ball there, right? But there is two players, like you said, the meat in the sandwich. There's, you know, Joseph Lloyd has come in from one angle, but he's a big, strong lad. He's not going to complain, is he? I think, or he'll have his dad to answer to, maybe. Yeah.
A huge goal, Malcolm Allen at Kai Castell, and it's gone in favour of the Bluebirds. It's Flint 0, Haverfordwest 1. Ben Arman, the top scorer, has scored. Massive goal in the race for 7th place. Massive goal in favour of Bala. It's more good news for Steve Fisher and the Lakesiders as they head into half-time.
And not so good news for Andy Dyer and Llansawel.
No.
They've jumped back above them again.
Well, we would keep you abreast of everything that's happening in the other 5 matches in the Cymru Premier. And there's been excitement all the way in this first half. We have played the minute over the first 45. Pennock knocks it low, drives it in. Good play by Danny Williams, feeds Gibbons, collects the ball back. Danny Williams, a goal now would make it interesting. In terms of Llanelli, would be great for them, not so good for Bala. Opportunity to cross. This is Jenkins twisting and turning and looking for a little bit of space, which he finds, but on his left foot he shoots over, and that's the final action of a really entertaining first half. A goal, a 7th of the season for this man Ferguson, and Ross White, the captain on the day, doubled the lead from the corner. Llanelli and huffed and puffed, but they will play with the wind in the second half. It's still all to play for. Here at Stebonheath at half-time, it's Llanelli 0, a Bala 2.
Diolch yn fawr iawn. Mae'n benwthnos y Pasg, mae'n benwthnos chi'n gwylio rhyw ffilm fel y Great Escape, falle bod chi'n gwylio fe'n barod fan hyn. Yw'r Bala yn mynd i sicrhau diogelwch fel mae pethau'n sefyll. Maen nhw'n mynd mewn i'r penwthnos ola o fewn cyrraedd y Flint. Mae'n ddiddorol iawn. Oedd rhaid nhw ennill, maen nhw yn ennill. Just fel rhyw ychwanegiad bach i hynny. Mae'r Flint yn colli gartre yn ebyn Holford. Ni'n mynd drafod y cyfan yn y man, ond goliau sy'n cael yn sylw ni nesaf, achos gan bod ni wedi cyrraedd mis Ebrill, mae'n gyfle i ni edrych ar goliau gorau mis Mawrth. Dyma gol y mis.
Rwan o'r bas yn cyrraedd Jordan Davies, alla weithio'r bel ar y droed chwith. Davies ar y droed de, y bel yn disgyn i Aaron Edwards! O, na chi gol! O, Aaron Edwards! Franklin, gosod i Leibyr Woodcock, lledu'r bel allan edrych am Abdi Sharif, Anton Sharif. Mae gen i fod ddau yn y cwrt yn disgwyl am y Croesiad West, yn ei gosod ti nôl i Fregapani fewn i'r cwrt! O, na chi gol! O, na chi gol gampus! Rhys Hughes, mae yna 3 o chwaraewyr gan y bont o'i gwmpas yma. Hughes wedi gwneud yn gampus o fan hyn. Mae Rhys Hughes yn dal i fynd. Rhys Hughes! O, Rhys Hughes! O, mam bach chi! Da chi disgwyl dim llai!
Knox yn torri tu fewn trwy'r amddiffynwyr yn tanio ac yn curo Amelia Falkins. Mae'n gol hyfryd gan Knox. Bale yn tasgu a Dan Barton. Ian Owen! O, hyfryd! A Ian Owen yn canfod cornel ucha rhwyd.
Knox mewn digonedd o le. Knox ar ergyd. Knox! A honna ydy'r gol sy'n sicrhau'r bencampwriaeth i Wrexham.
Dyna ni, dyna rhestr fer goliau gorau mis Mawrth. A Owain Tudur Jones fan hyn sy'n mynd i ddewis ar ennill. Fi'n syniad pan mynd i ddewis, mae'n gyffroes iawn.
Cyffroes iawn, ti'n gwybod pwy sy'n chael i? Gan bod i touch bach o wahanol i'r arfer, Aaron Edwards. oherwydd di ddim cweit yn scoop, di ddim cweit yn chip, mae oedd rhyw dink bach efo backspin, dwi'n di gweld dim byd tebyg, mae yna rhyw debygrwydd i Eric Cantona yn y 90au yn ebyn Sunderland, colar i fyny, a ti'n sbio ar hyn, mae'r traed yma yn dda, yn glyfar ynddo, a wedyn fewn i lwybr o. Sgan nhw'n hawl i wneud hyn, mae'n un o hynna mae bobl yn deud, nes ti drio hynna? Wel, wrth gwrs, nath o drio gwneud hynna. Mae fatha term golf rwan do, iawn? Fatha rhyw 60-degree lob wedge, full swing, de. Mae'n mynd fyny'r awyr ac yn ôl lawr ber i'w 10 cath oddi wrth y droed i, felly mae hwn yn briliant, dydi?
Mae'n wych, mae'n gol hyfryd. Dwi jyst yn nodio am hen o ran y termau golf na, sy'n syniad o fi. Fi'n gwerthfawrogi'r gol yna. Mae'n hyfryd. Mae'n gyfnod golf ar hyn o bryd, yn meistri.
Ti'n gwybod deud hyn wrtho fi, boi. Byddai'n gweithio wythnos nesaf, byddai ar y soffa.
Ni'n meddwl, sy'n angen fi sôn am unrhyw golf sy'n dod fyny o ran Owain Tudur Jones. Fan hyn, pêl-droed, wel, Bala angen ennill. Bala yn ennill, chwarae teg, heiddi bell fod ar y blaen.
Yndi, mae nhw'n edrych yn gyfforddus dydi, a mi oedden nhw o'r eiliad gyntaf os rhywbeth. Llanelli wedi cael ei cyfnodau, ond y Bala, dwi'n meddwl yn manteisio ar y gwynt, yn creu cwbl o gyfleoedd. So Ferguson wedi bod yn siomedig o fethu'r targed yn fama, ond dwi wedi licio'r cyfyniadau efo'r ymysodwyr. Ti jyst yn sbio, troed chwith ydi o, ddim yn cael y rheolaeth ar hon, ond wedyn, Llanelli efo problemau hynna'n wir ti jyst yn sbio'r dîm sydd ddim digon da i chwarae allan o'r cefn. Na i ddeud o'n blwmp ac yn blaen fel la, a maen nhw dal i drio, mae Bala'n deud, diolch yn fawr iawn, da ni'n enjoyo hyn. A wedyn mae'r camgymeriadau yn arwain at gyfleoedd i'r Bala, ac y gol gyntaf'n dod ar ôl camgymeriad, ond i ddechrau, mi oedden nhw'n creu sawl cyfle yn doedden.
Angen ennill, maen nhw yn ennill, yn ddwy, gallai fod yn fwy hefyd. A ni'n gweld y cyfleoedd, y goliau, wrth gwrs yw'r gwahaniaeth, werth gweld rheini. Mae wedi sgorio eto, 4 mewn 4 i Mr Ferguson fan hyn.
Baker yn gwneud y camgymeriad cynta, a wedyn yr ail, trio fynd am y peniad yn ôl at Pennock, a dwi'n yn gwybod sut mae Llanelli chwarae. Di Pennock fel arfer yn golgeidwad sy'n dod o dder i linell? Os ddim, pam ti'n penio nôl, a dim digon yn nerth arni a Ferguson ar dan. A mae wastad yn neis pan ti'n siarad am chwaraewr cyn y gêm, Dylan. A dy syniad i oedd o, dim fi. A wedyn mae'r chwaraewr yna yn cael dylanwad ar y gêm ac hefyd yn sgorio. Ac mae di edrych yn dda chwarae teg i Ferguson.
Mae chwaraewr diddorol, mae'n anheg eich chi cymaru fe dad, ond fi'n yn gwybod, mae'n codi shots fan eitha uchel. Dwi'n yn edrych fel pêl-droediwr, oedd un sylw glws o'n un gynharach. Mae'n chwarae fel pêl-droediwr, mae'n sgorio fel un, ta beth. Mae wedi bod yn, wel, os yw Bala yn aros i fyny, mae deni fe yma mis Ionawr, dwi'n ei gymryd o waniaeth. Ti'n
gwneud hwyl am y ffaith bod o'n tycio i gris i fyny shorts fel i dad. Felly, swn licio gweld chdi'n deud hynna wrth i dad o, fel yna Benesau. Dwi'n meddwl bod o'n chwaraewr effeithiol. Mae o'n dal y bel, ni'n sôn yn sylwebaeth, mae'n cadw pethau'n eitha syml. Diolch yn trio rhyw flics a edrych yn ffansi, cyffyrddio cynta, da, a wedyn lay-off bach, achos mae'n gwybod fel ymysodwr, a maen nhw'n hunanol, maen nhw'n licio dal y bel i fyny, a rhoid pas allan yn gwybod dwi'n mynd i gael y nesaf, felly just lay-off bach, fewn i'r cwrt Cosby a trio bod ar ddiwedd y croesiad, mae'n gwneud o'n effeithiol.
Be sy'n taro chi, be ni'n clywed, Mike Davies yn gwylio'n wythnos diwethaf yn ebyn Met yn colli ar y blaen o gol i ddim ac yn methu cyfleoedd ar ôl cyfle, felly mae'r ail ma'n bwysig, mae'n siŵr.
Yndi, mae'r ail yn bwysig am sawl rheswm o ran y gêm, wrth gwrs, a ti eisiau ennill y gêm, ond dwi'n deitha chdi y goal difference, achos i ddechrau ti angen canolbwyntio ar wneud siŵr bod yna driffwynt. Ond mae rhaid chdi gymryd mantais o'r ffaith, da chi'n chwarae yn ebyn y tîm sy'n ar y gwylod. A'r gig gornel ddim yr ora, gormod o nerth arni, ond chwarae teg i White, mae o yn y fan ar lle, mae'r amddiffyn ar y postyn pella yn siomedig dros ben, a dyna fe Terry Boyle yn ddeud, dwi'n siŵr, a Pennock jyst yn cam amseru y bel yn yr awyr, ond i'r Bala rwan, ti'n cyrraedd yr amser, os ti'n cael y drydedd yn eitha cynnar yn yr ail hanner, a mae Flint dal yn colli, ti'n gallu mynd amdani a mynd am y 4, 5, bosib 6 neu 7 os ti'n bod yn farus, ond un peth ar y tro, ac ennill y gêm sy'n bwysig iddyn nhw.
A maen nhw'n gwneud hynny ar hyn o bryd, a mae Flint yn colli yn erbyn Holford, sefyllfa ddelfrydol o ran y Bala, a wedi gwneud gymaint o wahaniaeth hefyd. Bydden nhw'n gwybod bod Flint yn colli sef yn pethau mae'n gweithio?
Bydden dwi'n meddwl, a dyma pam mae'r goal difference mor bwysig, achos ti'n cyrraedd sefyllfa os mae mathemateg i yn gywir, lle mae Bala'n gorau ennill wrthos nesaf. Ond wedyn, os di Flint ddim yn ennill, os maen nhw'n cael gêm gyfartal, sa nhw'n bosib yn gallu aros i fyny, felly dyna pam rwan mae'r dwyster, mae'r intensity, mae'n gorau bod yn ail hanner. Ddim jyst meddwl, da ni di ennill on, ond yn hawdd, da ni'n mynd i joio trip yn ôl i'r gogledd, cwbl o cans ar y bus a bethau. Mae nhw'n gorau mynd amdani a sgorio mwy o goliau, felly dyna ddylia fod y neges rwan.
Ie, a mae mwy na sefyllfa'r gyngor ar feddyliau'r Flint wrth gwrs, achos da nhw'n dipyn o gêm pen wythnos nesaf, rownd derfynol Cwpan Cymru ar y ffordd. Dewch i ni glywed safbwynt Canarfon, ni wedi clywed gan y Flint yn yr wythnosau diwethaf, reolwr nhw Lee Fowler. Dyma griw'r cofis.
Hei, dych chi'n iawn?
Ti'n oce?
Dych chi'n oce? Dyma ni ffordd sgipo'r goch, a mae'n teimlo fel lle naturiol iawn i gychwyn sgwrs efo dau o bobl sy'n cael ei ystyried yn arwyr yn y rhannau yma. Mae gennym ni rownd derfynol Cwpan Cymru i edrych ymlaen ato fo rwan. Y tro cyntaf yn holl hanes y clwb i chi gyrraedd y math yna o uchelfanna.
Da ni'n edrych ymlaen i'r her lle, ond achwysur ffantastig i'r clwb, tro gyntaf yn hanes y clwb. So mae'r hogiau ma'n ei hanes eu hunan.
Darren fel rhywun sydd wedi cael ei magu, jyst tafliad carreg o fan hyn. Dwi'n iawn i ddweud bod chdi wedi cael dy fagu yma.
Dwi'n prawd o ddod o yma, Cyril. Ty fyny yma, wrth y modd yma, so pawn o gyn bach, chwarae ffwtbol ar y stryd yma.
Yn llythrenol dyma lle nath o gyd gychwyn felly?
Wel, chi'n mynd lawr fan yma, chi'n gol chi, da ni wedi peintio y gol ar y wal yma, i ni gael fom i fons yma, fydda ffensys di malu, da ni malu'r Helax, efo pels.
Fel rhywun sydd wedi bod efo'r clwb mor hir ag wyt ti, ac yn deall hefyd be mae hyn yn olygu i bobl yr ardal yma.
Jyst i gael y plant ifanc i gyd edrych i fyny ar ni a jyst fatha sbiad, os maen nhw'n neud o wan, bydda ni tseim am rhywbeth debyg, so.
Awn ni'n dro bach?
Ie.
Ti di ddangos lle mae'r gol mae'n eita?
Mae y batchig yn dechrau. Gys i 2 giars o fanna. Oedden ni'n siŵr oedd un gol. A oedden ni'n gorfod peintio gol yma, ti'n gweld chyfar. Mwna fa mons ta 20 years, ni ddweud.
Ti weld o?
So ddech chi jyst gael 1v1s bach.
Oeddech chi'n cael rowg yn rhywun?
O, ceir yn mynd yn ymwag o maen, oedden ni'n mynd i'n stopio. Oedd y ceir yn stopio, oedden ni. Oedden ni dal i fynd, unwaith oedd o gol wedyn, oedden ni'n symud allan y ffordd.
Be oedd yr ymatab Fish ar ôl y rownd gynderfynol yn erbyn Rhyl?
Neu fod yn hollol onest, pan nathon ni gyrraedd nôl fewn i'r stafell newid, o pawb reit ffat.
Pam?
Y ffordd nathon ni considio reit yn diwedd un a neud oedd yn bach yn nervous yn un hyn. O'n i'n just trio deud yr ogio wedyn, dio bwys sut ar ein ennill y gêm.
Mom bo chi'n cyrraedd yma.
Mom bo ni'n ennill a cyrraedd y ffeinal a roed y cyfla na un hynna'n. Dim yn aml iawn, mae rhywun cael y cyfla i mynd mor bell a hyn a cynrycholi'r gymuned a'r clwb o bod dim.
Dwi'n gwybod, da ni wedi cyrraedd y ffeinal. Ond ti eisiau cyrraedd weis. Dwi'n meddwl bod da ni wedi creu hanes trwy cyrraedd. Dwi'n meddwl bod o fel yn byd os ti'n mynd cyrraedd, ia.
Mae Cwpan Cymru yn anferth a just cael yr opportunity i das i godi y troffi safon mawr gymaint. Be mae di wneud i'r clwb, be mae di wneud yn y gyngraidd.
Ti'n wneud i chdi gochi rhywun?
Wel, so fan i sgodi ar y gwpan 20 years, just ni wedi bod yn chwarae, a ti'n meddwl, na, no way, na gero ond. Ond da ni ffain o'n yna wan, t'wo.
Dwi'n teimlo tra bod ni'n fama braidd i ni fynd i weld yr ofal.
Siw bod chdi'n gwneud i'r shortcut yr ola, dweud.
Os ydych chi'n mynd y ffordd o'n i'n mynd o stalwm trwy'r coed y mwncw, a...
Dwi'n mynd gorau dringo dros dim ffensio am fi fel hwnna,
Dwi'n y wewis efo chdi.
A tylla ffens y mwncw da ni wedi gwneud, so ni drwy hwnna, os da chi eisiau.
Wel, dyma ni, croeso adra.
Ie, dyma'n adra ar y munud, ond edrych ymlaen oedd yn ôl, mae'n mynd asa.
Wel, mae'n edrych bach yn wahanol yma i be oedd ei tro dwytha fi eisiau yma. Mae yna lot o waith yn mynd ymlaen yma, does?
Dath a building site dal i fod, ond dwi'n meddwl mynd i fod yn amazing unwaith mae o wedi orffan lle a bob dim di wneud.
Ti'n sbiad y gwaith sy'n mynd ymlaen am wan, a mae jyst yn eich fi'n excited i weld beth sy'n mynd ymlaen few seasons nesaf, to. Y gwaith, y pres, gael ei gwario. Sa'n byd well y chwarae cofio armi ar y cae yma.
Dwi'n meddwl y breuddwyd da ni gyd isio di bod ni'n gallu chwarae games Europeaidd yma. So, ennill y gwpan yn gobeithio. Roedd y freuddwyd yna ddod yn wir lle ac bod ni'n gallu chwarae gêm gyntaf ni nôl yn yr ofal. Gêm Europeaidd, sgorio nice ring to it.
Ie. Be fydd y negas ola cyn y rownd derfynol na yn erbyn Flint?
I'r chwaraewyr, newch siŵr bod yn allan ag adael bob dim yna. Neu siŵr bod gennym ni ddim regrets yn dod off a dangos ys quality lly. I'r cefnogwyr, dewch yn eich niferoedd, neu siŵr bod chi'n ymwneud â gwyrdd na neu digon o dwrw achos da ni'n gwybod faint o wahaniaeth maen nhw'n gallu gwneud a bod y 12th man yn ei ar y diwrnod na'n ysbrydoli'r hogia i roed yr extra 10% na'n gobeithio gan i dros dweud.
Chwarae Garfan ti goro, chwarae i'r badge yn dechrau. Os mae'r cefnogwyr yn gwlch di reid 100% ar y cae, dwi'n eich blapio chdi off wedyn. Os ti di trio ddod ar y cae 100%, dangos bod chi wedi gweithio galad. Yn hapus yn mynd ond, da ni eisiau cyrraedd. Ti ddim yn mynd o fan heb cyrra'r cwpan yna.
So fo'n neis jyst i pawb wedyn i gael yr hwp na a dod yn ôl i fama, i nôl i'n cartra ni efo European football. So yeah, that's the dream, Nick, that's the dream.
Amolygfa uwchben yr ofal. Hyfryd gweld Nicky'n crwydro strydoedd Caernarfon. Gyda'r cymeriadau yna am gêm sydd â ni chi penwythnos nesaf. Rownd derfynol Cwpan Cymru. Caernarfon yn cwrdd ar Flint. Ni'n fyw ar S4C. Pêl-droed Ewropeaidd o fewn cyrraedd un o'r rheini. Pwy, wrth gwrs, fel hyn mae ar hyn o bryd. A cyn y gêm, o'n i'n sôn, mae rhaid i'r Bala ennill, a wedyn ni gobeithio bod Flint ddim yn ennill, a drychwch beth sy'n digwydd. Fel mae pethau'n sefyll, 2 bwynt fydd yna rhwng y Bala a'r Flint yn mynd mewn i'r penwythnos ola. Wel, drama, mae goliau'r gŵr yma wedi gwneud gwahaniaeth der chi weld beth ddaw yn yr ail hanner. Nôl ni, felly, at ein tîm y sylwebu.
Yeah, diolch Dylan. Welcome back to Red Button commentary here at Stebonheath Park, where Bala have the lead by 2 goals to 0. Goals from Cameron Ferguson and a first ever goal for Ross White against Llanelli. But they will play into the difficult wind swirling around Stebonheath Park here. Keeping me company, Malcolm Allen. Malcolm, what would have been said half-time in the dressing rooms?
Well, for Llanelli, you can only try and encourage the youngsters. It's no point of going through some of the bad stuff, bad defending that went on in the first half. They've got to make the correct decision. They'll have a win behind them now, so they get that. Win the second half. If Llanelli win the second half, they might get something out of the game. But from a Bala point of view, shut shop. First 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you know Llanelli are going to push on you. But they've got to be able to counter-attack very, very quickly. What a slap that was. Plenty of power in that one.
Well, 30 seconds played in the second half, and it was a free kick to the Llanelli Reds. Wanted to put pressure here. Macaulay Power knocks it in. Free header. Oh, just over.
Let's go. Just up.
It was Leicester from the back. What a week he's had. International call-up and almost bringing Llanelli back into the game.
Yeah, the ball punched in from a free kick, and he's got a free header. I think he'll be... I know he's only 19, I don't want to be overcritical, but it's a free header for him, and he knows he's got to keep that down. If one thing you got to, in this game, when you get up and you have a free header, just head it down. You at least then hit the target most of the time.
Yeah, hitting the target, so important. Talk to both managers regarding creating and taking chances. And
do you remember when he was playing for the younger team? I think he scored about 7 goals in 17 games. I know he's a centre half, but you know, he has got that eye for goal. He's only 19 and he knows himself there. Just hopefully he won't deter him in his mindset for the rest of this game. Don't worry about it. It's gone.
Well, look at the effect this wind is having on Joel Torrance's first clearance of the second half. Nice to see a smile on Steve Fisher's face. You haven't seen many of those during the season.
No, and you know who always has got a smile no matter what the score is? Mendes. Oh, he seems to be enjoying playing his football.
Ball played forward. Torrance waits to collect the ball. He's going to have a busier second half, I feel. Joel Torrance, 9 clean sheets in 30 matches. Joe Lloyd turning into Billington. Billington feeds Tarasenko. Tarasenko with Higgins outside. He turns, looking to change the angle of attack. Mendes. Leicester across.
You're looking at now, because of the wind, you look at people like Kelly in midfield, people like Mendes. Can they go on a run with the ball? Higgins, can he go on a dribble one side of the pitch? Can Hall do the other side of the pitch? Because playing it in the air, it might get blown straight back into your face.
Or Pennock again decides to come And Morgan Evans didn't get the call there. I would have thought that Pennock would have called, because Evans certainly went for that ball.
And I'm looking at, if Tarasenko could have been a little bit braver, instead of just turning his back on the... Oh, here he is again, John Owen. Not keeping the ball, knitting it all up from that anchor role in midfield today.
Across comes Baker, concedes the throw. We talked about the importance of goals. Bala got those two, but perhaps the most significant goal of that half was Haverfordwest's late goal at Flint.
Well, they would know about that in that dressing room, believe me. Steve Fisher and his staff, I know they're going to concentrate on their job, just don't worry, but that would have inspired them a little bit, knowing Haverfordwest are leading their way to Flint.
Can they take it to the last game? But Tarasenko loses out. But a poor ball from Lloyd, cut out by Mendes, knocks it into the wind. It's a race between Leicester and Higgins. And Leicester makes the tackle on Higgins, but it'll be throw to Bala far side.
Yeah, I would be screaming there. If I was Higgins, I'd be turning around going to Mendes, hey, give me the ball. Look, just put it 50 yards in front of me, so I have to get a 50-50 tackle in and then come worse off. I know I got a throw from it, but give me a chance. Know your players. Give them the pass with a little bit of respect. Pass that you like to receive yourself.
Mendes crosses, an opportunity, beautifully taken by Tarasenko. And it's 3 goals, and could it be an all-important 3 points for Bala? Cross from Mendes, and Jacob Tarasenko doubles his total for the season. Wonderful right foot strike past Pennock. Best possible start for Bala second half.
Well, there's no question. It's a great finish. I always say, if you can take it on the first time, it's on the half volley right now. The only way he's going to control this is to have both feet off the floor, because he's going to get over it. Have a look again. When he makes contact with that ball, both of his feet is off the floor, and he just side foots it, like passes it into the corner. What a clinical finish from Tarasenko. Great goal.
Well, a great goal from the man who joined from Atalantiso, from Dominican Republic, of all places, from the Dominican Republic, Malcolm Allen, to Bala.
Yeah, not much of a change in that. Don't know what weather it is in Bala all the time either.
I'm sure it's a warmer spring in the Dominican Republic than it is on a spring afternoon.
But you ask him after the game, Tarasenko, did he have more enjoyment out of that goal, or enjoying his football in wherever?
The Dominican Republic.
That's the one.
Macaulay Power of Llanelli players. They will be really disappointed, having conceded a third, and the new Saints, the champions, are ahead against Connors Quay Nomads. No Rhys Hughes in Connors Quay Nomads, starting 11. News breaking of his transfer from Connors Quay to the new Saints.
Yeah, no shock, but let me tell you one thing. If they think there's Rhys Hughes on his own that's been given credit for their success at Connors Quay this year, you've got to think again about Harry Franklin. What a season he's had.
So the Saints lead by a 1-0, and a change here for Llanelli. And Tegid Richards, our fourth official, having trouble perhaps with the... Oh, no, he's not. And it's Bradley Gibbons, and you can see his head down straight away. Disappointed.
He had one run in the first half when he dribbled into the box, didn't he? And all you need to do when you dribble, just have a little glimpse. Just scour what's around you. Just have a little 1-2 with one person, and then you throw and goal. He just tried to dribble just that one man too much.
Yeah, Morgan Evans was the other man leaving, and Rio Booth and Harrison Bright are on. Rio Booth joined from Carmarthen Town over the summer of 2025. Got the all-important goal in their first win, Llanelli, away at Briton Ferry, way back now.
Yeah, need a spark. You know, you can't contemplate when a goal like that is scored. It's a quality goal. Top draw, to be fair. Now Tarasenko took it, and it's just maybe put the game out of the reach. And so now, as a Llanelli player, you'd be hoping, yeah, I'm going to work hard now. Just create some kind of impression.
Well, indecision, and a first contribution by Harrison Bright just to grab Kelly by the collar.
Yeah, he deserves his yellow. He knows what's coming because he's gone round him. Oh, he's not getting away with that one, is he? Let me borrow your shirt for this evening.
I tell you what, if that had been me, I'd have been screaming for a red card.
He's not nowhere near the goal.
Come on, that's
deliberate, of course.
I mean, he was away.
He was away down the wing.
Kelly on his left foot swings it in towards the far post. Ball is cleared. Billington, right foot shot. Oh! What a goal by Sam Billington! The pick of the four that we've seen against Llanelli today. And we talked about the importance of goal difference. What a strike by the midfielder, Sam Billington. He caught that perfectly and it flew into the top corner past Alex Pennock. Brilliant play by Billington.
Oh, come on, you don't stop them if you had 3 goalies in there. Believe me, he's hit it so clean. Hang on, he takes a touch first, so he just gets it out of his feet. Now then, okay, leave it. So once again, he's letting the ball on the ball's going down. He's not taking the ball on the up, he's taking the ball on the down, so he knows he's got his head over it, more control on it, and smashes it into the top corner. What a goal.
Oh, brilliant play by this man, Sam Billington. We've played we have played 10 minutes now in this second half, and Bala have doubled that lead that they had at half-time. And look at the technical ability of Sam Billington as he strikes that ball into the top postage stamp.
How still was he? How still was he? It's like a follow-through on golf. How still? Bang!
Llanelli 0, Bala 4, in a game that they had to win, and then hope. Well, hope springs eternal. And Haverfordwest still lead at Flint by a 1-0. The way things are going, it's going to go to the final game of the season to decide who will be relegated along with Llanelli.
And Flint play Cardiff Met in the last game, while Bala play
at home to Briton Ferry,
who will be fighting for that 7th place as well with
Mendes under pressure. Ali with the pressure on. I'm sure the Llanelli strikers were looking forward to the second half, but you know, in the first 10 minutes, to be fair to Bala, they've dominated, they've taken their opportunities, exactly what Steve Fisher was looking for.
They can't, can they?
Why not?
Absolutely, why not?
Why not? I mean, I must admit, at the beginning of the afternoon, I did perhaps think that we could still be saying farewell to Bala Town if Flint equalise, and Ryan Brobble has doubled the champions lead at Park Hall. It's 2-0 to the New Saints, and now Cardiff Met have pulled one back at the Old Road. It's Adam Roscrow with the goal, and here's the bottom 6 with Haverfordwest 3 points ahead. But look at the Flint-Bala situation. That goal difference is now down to 1. Having started the afternoon, it was 5. Well, 5 points and 5 goals is the difference at the beginning of the afternoon. We're now down to 2 points and 1 goal. And a real incentive for Bala to really go for it and go for broke now.
Absolutely, and I'm sure that would have been the message, especially now. You know, once they got the 3rd one in, they've got to then think, now then, it's our turn.
Here's Harrison Bright, and if confidence was low at the beginning of the second half, it's dissipated completely, I would have thought. And the faces in the crowd tell the story. It's been a really disappointing season for Llanelli. They came up full of promise, but I do believe that Liam Eason's decision not to play in the Cymru Premier was a significant psychological problem for Llanelli at the beginning of the season, which has maybe affected the whole of the club.
Yeah, it didn't help. Obviously he had his...
Billington to Higgins. Higgins up against Baker. He skips past Baker. Opportunity to pull it back. Edge of the box. Billington strikes it across the 18-yard box. Ball is cleared. Here's Ali. Good touch by Ali to Danny Williams. They really had to... Only crumbs of possession for the Llanelli strikers. And here's Mendes. Mendes under pressure. Opportunity to pull the ball back. This is Lloyd. Lloyd trying to create space for himself. He takes the shot on. And then it's Jenkins. And it's out for a corner. Tristan Jenkins, not for the first time, edge of the box. Right foot strike. But frustration again for this man, Terry Boyle.
Yeah, it's just again, you know, once the attack slows down, Bala have time to get men behind the ball. That's what happened. You know, he's standing on the ball for 1, 2, 3 seconds, which is a long time in football. And then he just flashes at it at the end. He does get a deflection off John Owen for a corner.
Parsons knocks it in, but it's too close to Torrance, and in the end, onto the roof of the net. A wasted opportunity.
Totally.
First corner.
Total waste of a corner. There's one thing that is a cardinal rule in football: you don't waste a corner kick by putting it behind that goal. Okay, there's a wind, we know that. Just start the ball at the penalty spot and let the wind bring it round then. Think about it.
Well, an own goal from Ryan Astles has given Carnarvon the lead at Colwyn Bay. Colwyn Bay looking to secure a home advantage in the playoffs. They're behind. Colwyn Bay 0, Carnarvon 1, an own goal from the giant Ryan Astles.
Yeah, and where Carnarvon wants to go into the cup final next week with a win under their belts, you know, because they haven't won. I think they won 2 since November.
Yeah. It was interesting. I was thinking perhaps Flint would play a weakened side today with the cup final next week, but they've gone strong, but they're still behind. But here come Bala, and here's this man Kelly. This time he loses out. Ali.
Bell's done well there.
Williams looking for the overlap from Harrison Bright. Goes himself, looks to chip it, tap, strikes the bar. Unlucky Danny Williams. Ball is still there, and that is Parsons, and he hits the bar as well. Oh, what a double. A disappointing double for Llanelli. Danny Williams, beautiful chip, beats Torrance, and then Parsons with power, but he's frustrated as well.
I love that chip. You know, he meant it all right. Just used his imagination, how I'm going to beat the goalie from this angle, and then that one he's just gone for power, Parsons. Keep over it, stay over it. And it just, I don't know if this one, the second one, the Parsons one, I don't know if this is on the rise. It's not coming down at all, so it's, you know, it's with one of them, the technique's brilliant, he just hasn't found the net. So if he hands up sometimes and go, oh.
And you know, sometimes, Mark, you have to say it's just not going to be your day. When something like that happens, you're 4-0 down, and within 10 seconds, you hit the bar on 2 occasions. Hall shows too much of it to Harrison Bright. This is Booth to Williams. Bright crosses early, it's John Owen. Clears his lines. I'm sure he's almost a shoe-in for next week, playing in midfield.
I think he's found his position.
33 years of age, John Owen. Jenkins to Lloyd, but Kelly was there. Billington, good vision, picks out Tarasenko. He'd be full of confidence. Well, both of them, Billington and Tarasenko, and he strikes the ball into the wind. It holds up for Ferguson. He's surrounded.
Done well.
And he'll go out for a corner. Good play by Bala.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that. Don't think the pass down in the channel wasn't actually for Cameron Ferguson. It was for Hall down this left-hand side, but Cameron's got there, and he's just used his head, and it's two red shirts around him, and it's just, hey, I'll get the corner here. That's what he did.
Well, they'll be aware of the situation regarding goal difference. They'll know how important it is, firstly, to get the 3 points, which I think is secure here with a 4-0 advantage, and looking to add to the 4 that they've scored. And it's Billington to the far post, important header out. It's Higgins this time to strike it on the volley. Higgins wants handball against Ali. Only 17 years of age, this boy. Big strapping centre forward from the academy here at Llanelli. Lloyd twisting, turning, looking to change the angle of attack to the substitute Harrison Bright. Bright crosses early in towards Booth. Headed clear by Lewis Hall.
Yeah, good positional sense from Hall. They took up there just, at that near post, so the cross has to go over him. And he's in a good place to clear.
Good first touch there from Hall. Drives it in. And Pennock, miles off his line, but does the sweeper keeper role.
Yeah, he read the danger there, didn't he? Very early. With this Bala win today, Mike, out of the, there'll be 8 wins after today. 3 of them has been against Llanelli.
You're right.
It doesn't matter if they stay up. Who's it against? To be honestly truthful, now it's that time of the season.
Good play by John Owen again. Billington. Lovely play to Kelly. Kelly! Oh, great first touch once again, creating space. Final shot a little disappointing. Good move.
Looks good, this kid. I've got to say that. He's really made out his skin today. That first touch, it's just a natural ability, really. He can't work. Yeah, you can. You work on the training ground, but still, that's just natural, because he doesn't just take his first touch to control it. He actually takes his first touch to set up the next set. That's what he does.
On kick by Pennock. Harrison Bright, former Bala Town player. Booth on to Williams. Ali tries to help it on towards Jenkins. Bala step in. Probably of all the players in the Bala team, it's probably Cameron Ferguson who's had the fewest touches in the second half.
Yeah, in the second half, yeah.
Oh, Leicester shows too much of it, but here comes Pennock again.
Pennock will be playing in front of the back 4 in a minute. I know his starting position's good, because he knows his team has got to just risk and gamble everything and try and get a goal, haven't they? Nothing to lose for Llanelli, so no. He might as well start his starting position up the pitch a little bit further.
Jenkins inside to Lloyd. Lloyd, opportunity to shoot. Good save, and it's second time as well from Williams. Good work by Joel Torrance twice there to stop Llanelli from notching their first goal. Really stinging shot from Joe Lloyd, and then the follow-up from Williams, but they couldn't beat this man, Joel Torrance, looking to get his 10th clean sheet of the season.
No, absolutely. There's only 2 of the goalkeepers who are better than that to think that he's in a team that's going down. Well, maybe not, say Bala to me. And what you've seen so far today, great save. Okay, it's not in the corner there, and you think you're so close. There's no pressure on me. I can maybe just hit this for the corner. No, he's just made the goalie. There's a big saying, isn't there? Make the goalie work. But also, if there's no pressure, you can find the corners. And with Torrance in goal, with the clean sheets he's had, you've got to make him more difficult than that.
Well, it's Pharrell Ali who's left the field, and he'll be replaced by number 8, Evan Powell. Frustration for the young man, only 17 years of age, from the Llanelli Academy. Started the last 3 games now. Terry Boyle showing a lot of faith in the young man to lead the line, and he's replaced by Evan Powell, 18 years of age, the 3rd substitute appearance for him. Well, into the last quarter of the game, Bala lead 4-0. Haverfordwest still lead at Cae Castell by the only goal, Ben Armand's all-important goal. Leicester under pressure, back to Pennock on his right foot, clears. Jenkins works hard to take it on the first touch. He's done well, Tristan Jenkins. Jenkins sweeps it out to Harrison Bright. This is better from Llanelli. On to Powell. Powell turns, his first contribution since coming on to Lloyd. Better play by Llanelli. Jenkins again, and it's into the safe hands of Joel Torrance. Good play there by Llanelli.
Yeah, they're trying to move the ball about a little bit quicker now. So 1 touch, 2 touch everywhere. And then all of a sudden when he just comes to Jenkins on the edge of the box, he's hit the ball, and once he gets a little ricochet or a block on it, it takes all the power out of it, and then it's easy for Torrance to the goal.
Yes, the deflection took the sting out of the ball, doesn't it? This is Parsons. Parsons looking for the run of Powell. The ball runs away, and it's easy to defend for Will Bell. So it's Briton Ferry 3, Cardiff Met 1, Flint 0, Haverfordwest 1, TNS 2, Connors Quay 0, Penabont 0, Barry 2, Colwyn Bay 0, Carnarvon 1. Just to remind you of the Adran Premier, its conclusion on Sunday, and we'll be taking the live game between Wrexham and Swansea City at 4:15 live on S4C.
Will Wrexham get the
and they'll be presented with a trophy, yes, the trophy lift, and also of course they will be representing Wales in the Champions League for women for the first time in their history.
Fantastic, absolutely brilliant.
And I think that's the step up that the game needs, the women's game needs. We talked about TNS and how well they did to get to the Conference League second phase, and I wonder if Wrexham will continue to build, Wrexham ladies, Wrexham women.
Well, they're on the up, you know, the football club itself. Have a look around, you know. If people don't realise what's happening to Wrexham now, they never will, because everything is good, even though I think they were losing 1-0 earlier on today.
Could be an unbelievable season, couldn't it, if they get to the playoffs?
Come on.
Women win the Adran Premier League, they go to the Champions League. Well,
Wrexham in the Premiership.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Hey, Bala staying up.
I know. Cross comes in again, Pennock hesitates, and the free kick goes in favour of Llanelli.
Yeah, Kelly's going to get a yellow.
And Kelly sees yellow.
Yes, sir.
He's really impressed me this afternoon, Tom Kelly, 19 years of age, first start for Bala.
Good player, good player.
When you see his performance today, you wonder, why on earth wasn't he starting before now then?
Do you know what? Well, he's obviously, Steve Fisher must have seen, you know, him in training with the rest of the boys, but he must have had his reasons. You know, we don't know. We can only assume.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's wrong to do, but what he's contributed in this game, you've got to ask that question.
Ball played forward. Ferguson trying to cut down the space. It drops to Billington. His pass is straight to a Llanelli player. Bright looking to get the ball into the box as early as possible.
Yeah, it's one of them headers from White. He didn't really want it because there was so much power on it. Gonna hurt his head a little bit.
Well, Zach Clark has doubled Carnarvon's advantage. 2,500 in the crowd today at Llanellian Road.
Ah, he's brilliant.
So Colwyn Bay 0, Carnarvon 2. Zach Clark adding to the Ryan Astl's own goal, And Caernarfon will go into the Welsh Cup final buoyed, it looks like, big 3 points in the top 6.
Yeah, absolutely, and they'll jump up to 5th in the top 6 as well, above Briton.
Ball played forward. Powell pulls it back. Oh, how on earth did that stay out?
Well, it was Will Bell who's got a block on it. I think he turned his back on it. But he's just hit his heel more than anything else. And Terry Boyle must be asking, hitting the bar twice in 2 seconds, and then now this. He's turned his back on it. It's one of them, you know, the defenders. Have a look. He turns his back on there and he just hits him on the knee. They're not going to score today.
Parsons was the left back who came across.
And it was Will Bell who miraculously saved it.
And here is Parsons. Clears to Jenkins. Getting stretched now. And ironically, as you said, Malcolm, with Bala only winning 7 games this season, they're going to win an 8th here, and 3 of them against Llanelli. Unbelievable, isn't it?
And they could still stay up.
And they could still stay up, yep. And this is Higgins. Higgins against Parsons. He dances past Parsons, goes to ground. Nice little cross. Oh, and a air shot from Harrison Bright.
I don't know if they realise it yet, but you could go for more goals. Yeah. You could go for more goals yet. Bala, they've got to be thinking.
Power to Lloyd. Lloyd spreads it out to Jenkins. Jenkins against Lasana Mendes. And Mendes, well, the decision to play him as a defender has really paid off. And look at Mendes, a driving run. He's got Cameron Ferguson square of him. He's continued his run, Lasana Mendes. Bala keep possession.
Do you know what was great about Mendes there? Yeah, just the run to get his team halfway up the pitch, but it was just how he changed gear. Every time there was a red shirt that came to him, he just changed gear and went past him again. Because he looked really tired on the run, but every time a red shirt came, he just changed gear. He was just disguising it all, wasn't he? He was tired. He's not tired.
It was a great run from 33-year-old Lasana Mendes, and he stayed up there. And here is Tarashenko, but he's shown too much of it, I think, to Harrison Bright, but he slid in, and somehow he's got possession back. He goes for goal. Oh, Tarashenko, buoyed from that goal earlier on. How on earth did he manage that, Malcolm?
Do you remember a lad called Peter Beardsley? Yeah. He did things like this. He used to fall like that and just pretend they knew what he was doing, and then he'd get the ball, but then he'd score.
But the two touches there where he drags the ball one way and then the other way.
Yeah.
In order to create space for the shot. Wonderful skill.
He'll tell you also they fell on it on purpose.
Yeah, he slid in on purpose. Ross White, scorer of the second goal. Captain today. Nathan Burke has been out for a few weeks now. And this is Powell. Powell trying to split that Bala defence.
Look at Mendes.
He's Mendes. He's won the ball. Oh, he's. Well, Lasana Mendes, I think he's still up there since that run, you know.
Do you know what? Once again, there he closed down so quickly. He's playing as a right wing back over the other side.
Llanelli take the free kick quickly, trying to release Harrison Bright. Now he's out of position, and Baker makes the error. And this is Billington. Billington with options in the middle. This is Higgins. Higgins for the 5th. Super save by Alex Pennock. Great vision by Billington. Picked out Higgins. No offside. Driving right foot shot. Super save by Pennock.
He had to stay big, didn't he? It was one of them. It's a good ball from Billington across. Now, he's miscontrolled it. He's got 2 or 3 touches before he sets himself up. Now he's closer to the goalie than he really wants to be. And an angle. He's given Pennock that time to come out and do that. But great for Pennock. Great save. Had to be brave. That should have been a one touch and a finish there.
Well, only 12 minutes to go. We're going to have a double substitution here. And Kelly, who's had an excellent afternoon in midfield, and the father and son combination, Charlie and Steve Fisher. Charlie Fisher comes on for another substitute appearance. And
didn't half play well today, this fella. Full of energy.
Charlie Fisher joined Bala from his scholarship in America. And is it 11? Yes, it is. Liam Higgins will also join Kelly on the sidelines. He's also impressed.
Yeah, he has in the last few months. He's really, when he's been given the ball down the wings, he's got a bit of pace about him. Gets his crosses in. Doesn't score enough for me. But if he could add that to his game, like we saw in the last incident that led up to this corner kick, and that first touch just went away from him.
Yeah, and replacing Higgins is Tanner Dogan, the American player who's joined from Hastings United, the Isthmian League in England. Corner to Bala then, following that excellent save by Alex Pennock. Opportunity for a fifth for the away side. Ferguson leaps, he's beaten in the air. This is Powell. Oh, again, it's well read by John Owen, and he's played Tarashenko in. Two defenders around him. Tarasenko with just over 10 minutes to play. He's got a wonderful goal, that right foot controlled half volley, super finish. Mendes into the feet of Ferguson. Ball played long, and it's far too long. Well, here's the situation in... We're going to have a look at the top six in a minute. Here we go. So the New Saints champions, Connors Key second, and now Barry winning 2-0 at Penabont, looking to secure a home advantage in the playoffs, have leaped above Colwyn Bay.
Well, they will have a third. If they win today, which they are at the moment, of course, with 10 minutes to play, they are going to have a home tie. Yeah. And then if they win that first playoff game, they'll get a home tie for the second one as well. So they'll be playing at home to get to Europe. Barry will.
Lloyd and Jenkins leave the field for Llanelli. And it's Luke Owen on loan from Haverfordwest and Karim Hussein who replaced them. And Luke Owen, interesting player, made a number of substitute appearances for Haverfordwest. He is Jacob Owen's brother. Oh, Jacob Owen, who joined New Saints from Haverfordwest.
Yeah, the fullback.
Well, he's the younger brother.
Hey.
Ferguson holds the ball up. Tanner Dogan. John Owen.
Well, can I just bring this up? With less than 10 minutes to go in this game. If Bala stay up, that would be the greatest escape of all time. I'm just trying to spot Steve McQueen.
It would almost be a miracle.
Well,
from where they were.
They were gone.
Yeah.
They were just flat. They were gone. They'd given up nearly from the towel in, but no, they're fighting for their lives out there.
Long ball forward. Torrance does collect.
You've got to think 16 players. Colin Caton, the manager, they all left the club. They had a new team. Steve.
Well, they had to start. He had to start from scratch. He had to build a completely new squad of players.
In
to be fair, some re-signed, but even so, and of course the start they had. I thought you made a good point in the first half, Malcolm, where you said maybe they got a bit carried away with that start that they had, and they thought they were going to be safe because safe would have meant progress at the end of this season. Mendes under pressure.
Their memories are a step further away for me today. Well, it is with 10 minutes to go. Less than that here, plus time added on maybe, and the same in Flint. It might all change. We'll wait and see.
Well, we'll wait to see which game finishes first, but I'm sure the first thing that Steve Fisher will be looking at will be how did Haverfordwest get on at Flint? Are we still, because it'll only take a goal from Flint.
Absolutely.
And it's game over for Bala.
Yep.
It's out of their hands. They're doing as much as they possibly can here with a lead of 4-0, improving their goal difference as well. It's an important week for licensing, I understand as well. The officials will be,
I'm hoping the 6
taking
teams,
the applications. I think that's the first thing, isn't it? Applications showing who want to come up. When you look at the situation in the south and the north, will there be 6 promoted teams? But here come Bala. Oh, and Tarasenko. Tarasenko's in, and it is 5.
No.
Oh, an error by Alex Pennock. He stayed on his line. Tarasenko had the freedom of Stebonheath to collect and then slide the ball under the young keeper. And now it is 5-0. What an unbelievable afternoon for Bala Town. It's going to be 3 points. And they've actually clawed back the 5-goal difference. Llanelli 0, Bala 5.
Yeah, it's a long punt. You know, it's across field. I understand Tarasenko. You know, Tarasenko's got a little bit of pace, so Pennock in the goal's scared of his pace. But no. He started position the second half. He's been on the edge of that box, but he's sleeping. I don't know what's going on here. He's gone backwards instead of forwards. He'd have cleared this. He'd have been first on the ball easily. He's tried to think to himself, I'll go backwards so I'm not caught in a no man's land situation. But he was. He's got to be more determined, with authoritative, and gone out there and said keepers and cleared it. Brilliant from Tarasenko. Carried on with his run, picked his head up, kept his head down then because he knew what he wanted to do and passed it.
And an excellent assist from this young man, Charlie Fisher, the son of the manager. His first contribution into the last 5 minutes. Llanelli 0, Bala 5. Tarasenko with his second of the afternoon. And here is Tarasenko on a hat-trick. Well, spoke with Steve Fisher before the game, and he was really hoping that others would step up, as Cameron Ferguson had scored. What was it, 6 goals in 8 games? He needed others to step up and to score. Well, they've done it today.
Well, Billington to start with, you know, he don't score a lot, but he's got a great goal. And then you saw Tarasenko, he's definitely stepped up.
And the top scorer is about to make an entrance. Hussein Mahaseb, as Sam Billington, I think, is being prepared to be substituted.
Has he been yellow carded, Billington? Not sure. I don't think so. But he might be saving him because he's played really well.
Yeah, it is Billington to leave, and here's this. What a goal! Probably the pick of the afternoon.
Yeah, it's just one of them. Once he's controlled it, well, it's not just a control. He sets himself up with that first touch, and then his head, his body, all his power through, all the way through the leg, through the ball, follow through. So still when he scored it. Great finish, great goal.
Billington off, Mahaseb on.
And he's a monster. He's massive,
lad, isn't he?
6'6", I think he is.
Well, he's got 7 goals. He is the top scorer. He's got 2 in the League Cup as well, and scored here against Llanelli.
Is Cameron not 7 goals now as well? I think he has, isn't he?
Well, you're right. Well done. Good spot there, Malcolm. That's 7 goals, and he's only been there since January.
Yeah, I know.
That's 7 goals in 9 games.
Ferguson. I think his dad would have been happy with that kind of ratio. He's done really well, really well. Mahaseb,
there's space out on the right-hand side for Charlie Fisher. Fisher looking down the channel, looking a bit laboured now. Cameron Ferguson. He took a knock, didn't he, late in that first half. Remember, he was the meat of the sandwich there. Hasn't really sparked since then, to be honest. I'm sure he's carrying that.
He is, because he's hopping a little bit, isn't he? But he can still get on the end of things. Can he get on the end of this one?
Fisher does well to cross. Mahaseb. Llanelli looking to clear, but they get pinned back in their final third. And it'll be Owain Tudur-Jones' responsibility to pick the player of the match today, and we'll see if Malcolm Allen concurs.
I think he's gone for this.
Tarasenko.
Yeah, I think he's gone for this man. Scored a couple of goals. He's been everywhere. You know, people could say he's full of energy and everything, but he can finish. You know, he kept his head. Okay, the goalie made it a little bit easy for him in that decision, but he still has to score it. Still has to win the race to get there.
Ball played in towards Mahaseb, and
I've seen Tarasenko so many times this season, Mike, threaten to achieve, threaten to give a good cross, threaten to have a good pass, threaten to score a goal. Today, he's put it all together.
Yeah, it's the full package today from Jakub Tarasenko. Indeed, a full package from Bala. Probably their best performance of the season, coming in the penultimate game. And we're into the last minute here at Stebonheath. And it's Fisher. Fisher knocked it in low, looking for Mahaseb. Llanelli have struggled through this second half. I was expecting so much more from Terry Boyle's side. He'll be disappointed, the manager. Against their nearest rivals, there was an opportunity to relegate Bala this afternoon, but they haven't really turned up in the second half.
No, and not a lot to say about. I know Bala would have lifted their game up, you know, there's no question, and they've got that little bit more quality. But these youngsters, I expected a little bit more from one or two of them as well, to be truthful. But they'll learn, and they'll have to, quickly.
And here's Tarasenko. Opportunity to spread the play. That's a poor pass from the player of the match. And 3 minutes have been added. And no further news from Kai Castell. So we take it that Flint are still behind. Ben Armand's late goal in the first half, giving the Bluebirds the advantage.
And I think someone's giving that message to Steve Fisher on the other side of the pitch. Just saying to him, I think the score is the same. Biting nails time, I think.
Well, it would be, because it would be such a disappointing conclusion. Mahaseb looking to leap. Abdi Sharif, the Somalian international, has pulled one back for Connors Key at Park Hall. New Saints 2. Connors Key 1. But no news is good news for Bala from Kai Castell.
And that's what they say.
Do they get to fight another day, Bala Town? Well, the big build-up was, will this be their final?
It'll be different pressure, wouldn't it, for Flint, because they would be just as nervous going into that last game. We didn't expect that to happen, if it's going to happen.
And here is Fisher. Fisher plays it forward, but Leicester across. Leicester keeps his head, good pass into the feet of Powell. Macaulay Power turns, one opportunity, but there is an offside flag against Danny Williams. Well, into the final minute of the 3 added on, Malcolm. Can you give us a quick summary of your thoughts?
Well, they've given themselves a fighting chance. That's all I can say. That's what Bala wanted. Winning the game was the first thing, but getting 5 goals to close that gap, now they're on, I think they're even going into the last game, or even Bala might be one better off, because if they conceded one and lose the game to Haverfordwest today, which they are doing with 1 minute left, what a climax to the season we've got on our hands.
Well, here comes Louis Hall. Hall looking for a 6th. He bursts into the box. And that's good hands from Alex Pennock, to be fair. We criticised him a couple of times in this second half for poor decision making. Good driving run there by Hall.
Yeah, and got himself into the box and in front of his man, so he can't bring him down. It's a penalty.
Final whistle of the afternoon. And an all-important win for Bala Town. They win for the 8th time, a 3rd time against Llanelli Town. This was one-way traffic. Ferguson and White scoring in the first half, but then a brace from Tarasenko, one of them a beautifully controlled right foot volley, half volley, and then Sam Billington with a super strike, the pick of the 5, secure an all-important victory for Bala Town. And as we speak, they will fight another day, because Flint still behind against Haverfordwest at Cae Castell, and that would mean it would go to the last game with Haverfordwest entertaining Llanelli, and with Briton Ferry travelling to Bala. And of course, Briton Ferry still in the hunt for 7th place. And as you say, Malcolm, what a climax we are going to have to the Cymru Premier season. Wonderful from Billington. That super strike was one of the best I've seen this season. Another super performance, a 7th goal of the season for Bala. And look, everybody looking at the score, I would think, coming in from Flint. They're all looking at each other. Has there been late drama at Cae Castell? Injury time at Cae Castell, and you can see
they're all looking
at that. And the final score here, we'll have to wait to see what happens at Flint. It's finished. Bala have done what they can. It's finished here. Llanelli 0, Bala 5.
Diolch yn fawr iawn i'n tîm sylwebu. Wel, am brynhawn Bala. Mae 2 o'r ser gyda fi fan hyn. John Owen, Jacob Tarasenko. Guys, well, Sean Gyfarchana, congratulations. Unbelievable result and exactly what you needed, Jacob.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's exactly what we needed from last week when we were a little bit unfortunate with the result, but that just shows how the lads are. They want to keep fighting till the end. And
we're just waiting for the other games to finish, but we think the other one's going your way as it stands as well. John, am brynhawn, chi angen ennill, chi'n gobeithio am rhywbeth yn y gêm arall. Fel mae pethau'n sefyll, mae wedi digwydd, anhygol.
Anhygol gawn. Eto mae hogiau di roi shift da fewn. Ffodus iawn, mae gen i chwaraewyr yn y llinell blaen sy'n gallu gorffan y chances ac chwarae teg o gael tu blaen.
He's complimenting you there, Jacob. Do you enjoy it today?
Yeah, it was great. I think we every time you show us live, I think we actually play our best football. So I think keep coming.
Commentators were drooling about your first goal. Was such a lovely finish, a deft touch, as they say.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I think the cross was superb by Lass. So it just has to be first time.
Yeah, and the second one as well, there's such a thing as having too much time sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. I thought the keeper was going to come and claim it, but when he didn't, I said it was a gift.
John was complimenting you. Our commentators were drooling over his performance today as well.
John was fantastic. I mean, I think maybe we should start playing in the centre mid, you know. But he's always good. He's always good. He has that experience and calmness. He's winning the balls, keeping the play going, and that's exactly what we need to get the skillful players on the ball so that we can go and hurt the opposition.
Yeah, nes ti fwynhau'r perfformiad na. Pob cyffyrddiad ysgoi ddweud yn berffaith?
Na, eto, fatha mae Jacob yn dweud, efo oed, dwi'n meddwl mae'r gêm dechrau dod o hawsach, ond lle bynnag fedra helpu'r tîm na wneud yn y job, ond eto mae'r hogiau gyd wedi bod yn ffantastig heddiw. Llai o pwysau ni fod onast, ac mae'r hogiau wedi chwarae anhygoel.
Gêm gartre i aros yn y gyngrair hefyd penwythnos nesaf am sefyllfa. Chi wedi gwneud mor wych i gyrraedd y sefyllfa yma?
Do, eto, dyn ni'n gwybod iawn bod Sgorio roed y gêm a fyw yma, ond jyst i dal ni mynd lawr, ond fel Jacob dweud, bob gêm ddech chi wedi bod, dyn ni wedi chwarae dda troi fyny, felly gobeithio un perfformiad arall fydden ni aros yn y gyngrair.
You heard a shout over there. I think it's because we know the other game's finished, so Flint have lost. Okay. You're basically 2 points behind. The goal difference now is absolutely all square. You've got a home game to stay in the league, Jacob, in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think... As we said before, and as I said last time in the interview, I said we still have so much to give, and it's not over until the last game, and we're going to keep pushing and fighting until we stay in the league. So that's all we can do now. Everything else we have to let be. You know, it's Flint's result determines theirs, but we have to win our game. That's that always comes first.
Well, you certainly did that today, guys. Thanks so much for your time. And some performance, we enjoyed watching that today. Not sure other teams enjoyed watching it, but we did anyway. Thanks very much for your time, guys.
Thank you very much.
Diolch yn fawr iawn, brilliant. Diolch, John, hyfryd. Dyma'r canlyniadau i chi felly. Am fnawn i fod yn hollol. Rhaid na sy'n melyn sydd wedi gorffen dylen ni ategu. Felly, Bala, wel, mae'r ffaith bod y gwaniaeth goliau nawr union rhywun peth yn rhyfeddol. 5 i ddim. Flint i colli yn erbyn Hulford. Cynarfon ennill yn erbyn Bai Colwyn. Y Bari'n drydydd. Dyna ni edrych y tabl cyn diwedd y rhaglen. Y Bari'n drydydd hefyd. I've got the Bala manager, Steve Fisher, here. Well, could it have been more perfect this afternoon?
No. Do you know what? I said before the game to the other guy who interviewed us just that we need to be more productive in front of goal. You know, we've created lots of chances over the last 4 or 5 games and not took them. I said to the lads in the changing room, it's about time we give someone a drilling. And we've done it today. You know, most of the things we went in, I still think we could have had a couple more as well. We've had some real good chances. Jacob could have had a hat-trick or more. But, you know, I'm proud of the clean sheet, the performance. You know, it'd be easy for the team to fold in the situation we're in, just let it wither away and just slip out the back door. But we'll keep fighting right to the very end. Yeah, like I've said every week.
And when you needed to, you certainly have been doing that. I know you can't take that Met result out of the equation.
Of course.
But otherwise, you've had some good results over the last few weeks. You must be delighted the way they've responded.
Do you know what? I've said it time and time again. I've got a great set of lads in that changing room. And, you know, they're all for each other. You know, they've got a real good team spirit. And, you know, they've shown it today. And, you know, thankfully for us, when we've needed it most, we've produced.
Yeah, and incredibly as well, the other game's gone your way. Flint have lost. It makes it so interesting. The goal
makes it interesting for you.
Well, yeah, not the way by us, but it's amazing. What a last weekend we're going to have.
Oh, yeah. It'd be keeps it alive, doesn't it? Keeps it alive. I mean, Flint will still be in the driving seat. If they go and win, they stay up. But, you know, Cardiff Met are a really good side. Briton Ferry, really good side. So there's no guarantee in either game. See what happens.
Did you think you'd be in this position, say, a month ago?
I thought we'd be in a better position than this, to be fair. I honestly did. And if we would have took some of the chances that we should have had in other games that yous have been at, you know, we've had these conversations a few times. You know, I think we should have another 4 or 5 points on the board, at least. But, you know, we are where we are. I've not complained, not moaned and groaned. League doesn't lie. But that was a terrific response today. And hopefully we can go and get the job done next week and stay up.
Steve, thank you so much for your time.
Brilliant.
Entertaining afternoon.
Yeah, thank you.
Call it that. Brilliant. Thanks very much for your time, as always. Steve Fisher, hyfryd cysgwrs gyda fe. Wastad yn braf cysgwrs gyda fe. Mae rhaid dweud. Mae dal i wenu. Mae wedi bod yn gweud yr un peth ers wythnosau. A fel mae fe'n dweud i hun, mae fe wedi bod yn ailadrodd i hunan. Felly bod yna reswm da am wneud hynny. Fel hyn mae'r tabl yn edrych ar hyn o bryd. Y Bala di roi gobeith i hunain. 2 bwynt nawr tu ôl i'r Flint. Gwaniaeth goliau union yr un peth. A na ni edrych ar y tabl ar 6. Y Bari'n drydydd. Am rydymor maen nhw'n cael. Bydde hynny'n golygu gêm gartre yn y gemau gyfle. Maen nhw wedi codi cwpan. Maen nhw wedi cyrraedd y 6 am dymor i'r Bari, chwarae teg. Bai Colwyn yn bedwerydd hefyd. Gen i glywed gan Terry Boyle nesaf o glwb Llanelli. Terry, tough afternoon. You were up against a team who were just desperate to win, obviously, but it's still tough afternoon for Llanelli.
Yeah. From our point of view, very disappointing after last week, you know, where we had glimpses of what could be achieved. But, they came here with a mission and they fulfilled it. Do you know what I mean? They won the battle on the war.
I'm still not sure how you didn't score in that second half. There was a 20-minute period where you did everything but score.
Yeah, hey, look, that's football. You know what I mean? I think somebody said that, one of the golfers said, the harder they work, the luckier you get. You know what I mean? I think if we'd done a little bit more, we might have had a little bit more. But, no, it's a bitter pill to swallow, don't get me wrong. The lads, it's happened too many times this season, and hopefully now they're going to learn from it and step back up, and obviously next year it'll be a different ball game.
Yeah, I know it's a different league next season, but you know, you're obviously looking already at next season. Are you hoping to keep the crux of the squad you've got here?
Obviously, you know, the squad is very young, down to circumstances. We've had a lot of kids come through from the academy, which is great, and that's your idea behind it. Obviously, from next year's point of view, different league, different players will be available, and I'm sure that some of our players will be snapped up, as what happens in football. So we'll just let's get the Haverfordwest game over with, and then we can sit down and think about what's going to happen in the future.
All right, Terry, thanks very much for your time. As always, cheers. Thanks very much. Terry Boyle gyda ni ar Sgorio pnawn ma. A dyna ni, jyst i atgoffa chi beth sydd ar y ffordd yn yr wythnosau nesa. Wel, wythnos nesa. Wel, di Sul gynta, angofio ma' hwnna, fi na. Gobeithio na i ddim angofio. Wrexham yn cwrdd ag Abertawe, di Sul, mae yna gwpan yn cael ei godi ar y diwedd. Ar y graig bydd hon, yn ôl yng Nghartre Wrexham, ar ôl camu'r cair a sychaf bwyntiau. Nos Lyn, gledd o goliau i ddod canlyniadau mor arwydd y cael di bod pnawn. Mae Cynarfon Flint, Cwpan Cymru. Di Sul nesa, pwy fydd yn camu i Ewrop? A drychwch ar y Flint, dal ddim yn ddiogel yn y gyngrair, ond gan nhw feddwl am y cwpan am wythnos. Oedd rhaid i'r Bala ennill. Mae mor syml â hynny, mae rhaid bod yna bwysau yn sgil hynny. Wel, dyn nhw wedi dangos hynny, maen nhw wedi taro 5, sioe 5 seren. A mae'r gobeith yn fyw o hyd, y Bala dal yn ddi. Diolch am eich cwmni, dros y Pasgwal yn eich i Di Sul. Hwyl fawr am y tro, ta-ra.